Welcome, everyone, to episode 188.
188, baby! Let's go!
This is going to be a good one, if you know what I mean.
Got two different flavors of LaCroix, if you know what I mean.
That's right. That's right. Scott is joining us tonight, and he is back in the closet, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, we tried to get him a new microphone, but the female cord didn't really cooperate with the receiver, if you know what I mean.
Classic case of females and males, if you know what I mean.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I feel like the last 2 hours leading up to this podcast has only been me like troubleshooting technology and like figuring out chords and everything.
Mm-hmm.
If you know what I mean.
It's Monday morning, and we're excited that you're listening.
And this is once again sponsored by Angel Studios and The Chosen.
The Chosen?
If you know what I mean.
If you know what I mean. I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning we're taking back Ghostrunners podcast. Got some condensation on the table. If you know what I mean.
Welcome back, everyone. It's another great week. It's December now.
Whoa.
And Scott is back after a big win on s'mores this week on the Facebook group.
Landslide?
We'll talk about it later. Yeah, Scott won. You either win or you lose, and Scott won this week. That's all that matters.
Can you say it one more time?
Scott won this week.
Thank you.
And Scott is not cocky about it, which is the best part.
Scott did not send us a gif of an actual landslide happening.
Scott, did not like make you all feel bad for him last week and then just rub it in everybody's face this week.
Make him feel bad and then bam, 4 good answers. Let's go. Thanks, everybody.
It's fine.
That stuck with me through the dark times, and now we're back.
So anyway, Merry Christmas, everybody. It's Christmas season. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving.
Hey, I
know I
done
did.
thanking my supporters. If
you know what I mean. Yeah. Episode 188. Here we are.
88.
How was Thanksgiving for you?
Good. It was very active, which I loved. Got to see
It was very active. Tell me more.
Go on.
Yeah.
Got him.
It always was with Rachel's family, which is really fun. We played the Newlywed Game together. It was like Rachel's parents were a team, Tommy and Corey were a team, me and Rachel were a team, and then Tim and his grandma were a team.
Oh, that's great.
Which is really funny.
Tim and the dog were a team.
Yeah. Tim and
How'd you
Lila.
do? How'd you fare?
We got 6 of the first 6 answers correctly, and then the wheels kind of fell off.
I was gonna say that was like one of those stats, like that was like very selective. Like they're one of the top 17 schools in the nation in engineering. It's like I wonder which one you are. We got 6 of the first 6 right. Like,
yes, that's pretty cool.
because I mean, it's newlyweds, so like Angie and Steve aren't newlyweds, so in theory they don't have a great like potential for winning either. You know what I mean?
Well put.
Yeah.
I think they've been married the longest, so they should know the most about each other.
Well, but I don't know if they're like, hey, what was your newlywed thing that you loved?
Do you know what the Newlywed Game is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's not about your wedding day. It's not like,
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay. I
It's
didn't
questions
know.
like-
I didn't know if you were playing Chuck Woolery's newlywed game.
It's like, what does your spouse complain about the most? And that's where, like, if you've been together 30 years, you have that down.
Okay, so give me. Can I have a question of yours, and I want to see if I know it? Like if.
Oh
like,
gosh.
And give me one if you can remember any of them. I know I'm putting you on the spot here. Give me one that Rachel got right and one that Rachel got wrong. And I want to get both of them right.
I wish Rachel was still here to help out with this.
Maybe she's hiding around the corner still.
I
Rachel!
think
She's not here.
No.
one question that I think Rachel got wrong
Okay.
It was asked to Rachel, and it was, how would your spouse think that you would describe him? Pretty confusing. It's like a riddle.
Think that you would describe him. Okay.
So if you're Rachel, you're
What?
like, yeah, how would Jake think I'm going to describe him? In one word.
Oh, one word.
It was one word.
That's a lot to think about.
I know, it's confusing. It's a confusing game to play.
She said, well, he's not my spouse yet. Is that what she said on every single answer? No, the answer is positive.
Whoa! You got it. You nailed it. Did you guys talk about this before?
No, I just know you, baby. I know what she values in you.
Yeah, we should play that.
Yeah.
We should play a newlywed game together.
Brad and Jake newlywed game.
That was actually
You want me to pull
correct.
up some
That was my
newlywed-
idea for a Gene Shorts video a long time ago. I was like, I want to battle Trey and see who knows Jake better.
Yeah.
And we did that, but Jake and I went against. Or
Do you want me
went
to pull up
Trey.
a few questions?
Sure. I
Okay.
don't know how well. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's do it. I said fun. She said positive. She got that one right.
Oh, so I would have gotten it right with Rachel, but not you.
Correct.
Oh, so I didn't win.
But you aligned with Rachel.
Yeah.
Yeah. A
But
question.
I was trying to align with you.
Yeah. Okay, I see. Now. I see
Shoot.
now.
Fun.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's
You are
why.
fun. You are fun.
That's
if
why
you know what
we're
I
a
mean.
good couple.
Yeah. We are.
I really don't know if I can remember much else. There were just other a question. Yeah, one was like, what is a? It's so funny. The games, these questions are old fashioned because it's like a game from like the 70s. So it's like, what is your spouse? This is a question for the men. What does your spouse bag about the most?
Bag?
about?
Bag, which means like complain. What are
Okay,
they?
I've never heard that as like a
I know.
verb for complain.
So Rachel and I got this right. Cold weather.
Oh, you're a cold weather bagger? I've never heard you bag about the cold weather.
What are you bagging about?
What are you bagging about over there, boy?
The old bag and chain.
Yeah, you want paper or plastic with that bag? Hattie's just like, yeah, tired someday. I'm like, yeah, whatever. What are you going on a vacation with all that bagging you're doing over there?
You got to be careful. You got to say bag you know?
Yeah.
Feels like the way to do it.
What do you complain about? Phyllis's husband on The Office call you Legend of Bagger Vance.
I knew there was a Bagger Vance coming somewhere.
Yeah, had to.
Scott, have we stalled enough? Do you have questions?
Yeah. Where did you guys go on your first date?
That's okay.
I'm just kidding. Where this is between
79th Street?
this is between
Yeah.
the two of you, right? Not Brad answering like for
Yeah.
Rachel.
This is
Okay.
this one's for Jake answering, and I'm the newlywed.
Okay. Describe what you first thought of them in one word.
Oh, fun. Wait, let me think of my answer. Okay.
This is what I thought of you, Brad, and you're trying to think of my answer?
Oh,
Yes.
crap. Okay.
Yes, that's how. Yeah, one way or the
Okay.
other.
Okay, 1, 2.
Whoa. I didn't know we were going at the same time. Is that how you did it in the newlywed game?
Sometimes, I don't know. To avoid cheating.
Oh, I didn't know I have like one specific word. Okay, go.
What do you mean? How do you think game shows work?
1, 2, 3.
Funny.
Okay.
Yes!
Okay.
Hey!
I didn't know if the word was funny, fun, quirky.
We nailed it.
Yeah.
Funny. All right, give us another. This one's for me.
Okay.
Okay, when and where was your first kiss?
1, 2. Oh wait. 1, 2, 3. Applebee's.
If you know what I mean.
3 for 20.
Okay, what would your spouse's ideal date be?
So this is me.
So, okay.
Wait. If you know.
No, just say what would your ideal date be, and then Jake
Yes.
would answer first, and then I would try to guess his answer. How about that?
Okay.
Chuck Woolery. Say that again. Jake? What would your ideal
What
date
would your
be?
ideal
You're thinking in your
date
head.
be?
We're doing 1, 2, 3 on this.
Yeah.
So hard.
Yeah. And Scott has to decide if we got it right.
Okay,
or not.
ready?
Okay.
1.
No.
Okay. I was ready. I know.
Are you ready? You
Yeah.
ready? Okay.
1.
No. I mean, okay. Like, okay. Understood. Let me think of mine. Yeah. Why don't you double chug over there? You bagger. Okay.
I'm gonna chug until you're ready.
Calm down.
I'm gonna chug until you're ready.
Okay.
Dude, if you don't burp after
All right,
this,
whatever.
I'm
Let
gonna
me
be
just
amazed.
stop drinking. I'm ready.
1, 2, 3. Full
Go
day
to
of
dinner
sports,
and then
you
go play pickleball and then finish maybe watching The Office.
watch The Office.
How do we do, Scott?
Wow, you guys nailed it. Yeah. Tremendous. You guys should get married.
Give us a good one.
Give
Scott.
us a one-word answer question.
What is your spouse's favorite junk food?
Sorry, who is that addressed to?
Brad.
Brad, what's your favorite junk food? You would say.
Brad, what's your favorite junk food?
Okay.
Got it. Brad, what's your favorite junk food? Got it.
Got it.
One,
two, three.
Andes.
M&Ms. Oh, M&Ms. Andes for M&Ms. I put M&Ms in the Andes.
Oh, I put
Your
M&Ms
favorite
in
junk food's
I
really
put
M&Ms.
M&Ms in the Andes.
I
They
do
call it
this.
candy.
I mean, look at that. It's M&Ms in the Andes. Huh?
Are you trying to be M&M right now?
Oh, was that what you were doing?
Yeah.
I was just.
I was being M&M and Andes. I was like, is that your M&M impersonation?
You don't know what it feels like. Nah, I don't know. I can't do an M&M impression. If you had
M&M and the Andes.
one concrete
One-
opportunity.
You know I like candy.
Concrete.
Under my boot, it's written Andy.
Vomit on his sweat already. M&Ms and Andes.
Oh, that's pretty good,
Bars.
Scotty.
Jake,
Yeah, I like M&Ms.
Jake, what is your silliest fear?
Oh,
Oh, what a fear. That fear is silly. Stop bagging about that fear.
silliest fear.
Stop bagging about it, huh?
I
okay.
have I don't know, the first fear, I don't know if that's silly or not. I've never ranked my fears on silliness.
I've never thought about how fearful you are. I didn't know.
I swear I'm hearing things. Are you hearing things out there?
Rachel? Yeah.
Someone's definitely out there.
Maybe
is it
it's
the
your laundry
laundry? Is it
machine.
the dryer? Clunky
Yeah,
dryer?
maybe. What's bagging about down there? Okay.
She
My
threw-
silliest fear. This is hard to answer even by myself.
Yeah, you. I don't have any silly
And
fears.
what about like
I-
irrational fear? Like I have an irrational fear that a cigarette that somebody flicks out of their car is going to bounce into the engine and blow my car
Dude,
up.
I had that. I wasn't fearful, but I had that thought the other day. Somebody that happened to me on the highway yesterday, and I was like, "Could that happen?"
Dude, I think about it every time I see one of those little shards coming out of somebody's window. And
Yeah.
the other day, it bounced up on top of the hood. It was the closest I've ever come to a car explosion.
Believe it or not, that was the only reason I got an electric car.
Yeah,
Just
just
so
for
there's nothing combustible.
because
That
electricity is
backfires.
not combustible.
Yeah.
No.
You got any silly
Teslas
fears
have
like that?
Never caught on fire.
That's one of the things they like really boast
They're
about.
big on never catching fire. Silliest fears.
I don't.
Okay.
Okay,
It's a
ready?
little specific.
Okay, let me get specific. Okay, 1, 2, 3. A clown
Getting
dressed
bitten
up
by
like a snake
Close.
In Hawaii.
While I'm looking for a golf ball.
while you're looking for a golf ball because it's a Pro V1. You don't want to lose it.
You said clown dressed up as a snake. Oh, there he goes. He's chugging again. This is
He's
a
back
good,
to chugging.
good YouTube episode. I think Brad said a clown dressed up as a snake.
I don't understand how you haven't spilt anything yet. That's amazing.
There's a decent amount on
Yeah,
there.
it's on his chin.
Okay.
And I said getting bit by a snake while looking for a golf ball. So pretty close.
Pretty silly too, I tell you. That fear is silly.
That's a game show, and it's just all the questions are silly. And afterwards, you're
Yeah.
just there and you just say, that answer was silly every time. Anyway, got pretty off track there talking newlywed game. We did the newlywed game. We
Fun.
did,
Who won?
I think Tommy and Corey might have won.
Good for
I
them.
don't remember. I went and got to see the wedding venue,
How
which
was
was
that?
really fun. I think Rachel and Angie were very shocked at the amount of questions I had.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
about like, yeah, I feel like you throw enough Kanakuk parties, you go to enough weddings. I have opinions and I want to. The main things I'm concerned about are just like
Logistics.
things, yeah, like efficiency, like flow of traffic. How much time will people be waiting from here to here? Will everyone have a view that's good? Does everyone have a good view? What do we do if this happens? And just like contingencies and stuff like that. So
Gotcha.
asked a lot of questions. That was fun.
You feel like you got some good answers?
Yeah.
Good.
It was fun. And also did a turkey trot.
Yes, you did.
First ever turkey trot.
You couldn't find the turkey though.
Yeah. Did we enjoy that Instagram story?
I
Yeah,
didn't enjoy it
I-
as much as a lot of people did. I thought I was like, that's pretty clever, Jay. Good one. And man, people thought it was the funniest thing they'd ever seen.
Wait,
Thank you.
Hold on. There wasn't really like, you weren't looking for like a fake turkey? I didn't know if that was a thing.
It's a turkey. No. That's a turkey run. This is a turkey trot. If you know
Yeah.
what I mean.
Turkey runs are like 5Ks.
If you know what
And
I
then
mean.
a turkey trot is like almost like a pin the tail on the donkey,
Mhm.
but everyone is like looking for like a fake turkey that's been like in this like field, basically.
And there's a
You guys are making this up.
no. There's a they call him a head gobbler. Take it.
I knew if I stared at Brad, he'd crack.
A head gobbler. How long could we have gotten?
Oh my goodness.
When we both realize that Scott doesn't know what this is.
Oh my gosh. We should make up stuff in front of Scott more often. Oh,
I didn't know if that was just like a different tradition for this turkey trot. It's like you're supposed to find like a hidden turkey.
yeah.
I thought that could really be a thing.
There's a head gobbler. I would have loved to hear the end of that sentence.
He was gonna have a costume, so you like know, like he's all in red, so you know, like to follow him. Oh man.
So it was just like every other turkey trot. It's just a 5K. And you
Yeah, it
just
was
run.
5K. It was 5K on Thanksgiving for sure.
Oh, do you remember Lauren Dodd, dude? Jake and I used to have a friend. She's still our friend, I guess.
Yeah,
We don't
you're
talk to
giving her
anymore.
dad a table.
Yeah, and from Ellis Custom Creations, and she was about as gullible of a person as I've ever met.
Yeah.
And it was amazing how Jake and I just knew, like, hey, we're messing with her right
It's
now.
showtime.
And every time she would believe us, and everyone else is laughing around.
It was
her.
like an improv
and
show.
she's like, wait,
Really?
what?
So he has 5 feathers. So the first 5 people to get the head gobbler win money?
Wait, guys, are you serious?
The head
No,
gobbler.
seriously, because if you're serious, you need to tell me. Do they have the gobblers or not? Like, and Jake and I would just stay so straight.
No,
Yeah.
seriously.
Oh,
If you
man.
find the head gobbler, you become the head gobbler for next year.
Mhm,
Like
yeah.
the hay king.
You have to make the peach gobbler then. Anyway,
Oh, that
Well,
was...
I
that
watched
might
that
have
whole
been the first time
Instagram.
I've like truly cried on this podcast. Maybe since I remember we did one like a long time ago in the garage shop where we were like joking about like different like things that those girls would like.
Cat call me?
Oh, that was funny too. Oh yeah, chocolate or what? Something about chocolate chip.
Some Cocoa Puffs with that milk.
The time I was thinking of was like those girls wanted to play flag football with you, and I was like, Jake, it's because they're digging your chili or something. And then we just had all these
It's like
innuendos.
football, yeah.
Yeah,
Flag
anyway.
for holding. That was it.
Yes, that
Yeah,
was. I
it's
mean,
funny.
that it takes a lot. That was pretty fun, Scott. Thanks for.
Oh my gosh, we
Being
could have
silly.
never prepared for that. That was so good.
Oh man,
Well, I watched that whole Instagram story thinking there was a hidden turkey. You were
No,
supposed
you
to find.
saw the
You
Instagram
saw
story? I was like, oh, that's what we get for Scott
Nope.
not having Instagram. I didn't know you watched
I
it.
totally thought I was like, oh, Scott's social media listed, so he doesn't see that.
No,
Oh,
I watched
my
the story
gosh.
and I thought it was like an Iowan tradition. Like you find a hidden turkey.
So
That
Scott,
would be, hey, would that not be kind of a fun dynamic to a normal turkey trot though? It's like
of course
you're
it's
running.
a fun idea, but you thought that was really going on.
Yes.
And at the end, when Jake goes, no turkeys, you were like,
Yeah,
dang,
maybe somebody
bummer, I
else
thought
found
you
the turkey and he didn't.
0 turkeys.
Oh my
Sounds like it was a
gosh.
pretty convincing performance.
So
yeah.
I'm sure we talked about it on the podcast before, but Scott is like notorious, infamous, whatever the word is you want to use, for not understanding when Jake and I or anybody is joking in a group chat.
Via text.
But we're like, oh, that's because you can't really tell tone in a text. You can't really like see it visually. You don't have like, a
Body
preconceived
language.
knowledge of what turkey trots are. But he watched, a 1 minute long Instagram story and the hilarious thing is that there's somebody listening right now that was like,
Who's also like, oh.
dude,
I
I was
can't
with
wait.
Scott on that.
I
Yeah.
can't wait for hundreds of supporters in the Facebook group and the YouTube comments to be on my side.
Goodness.
We will see.
We'll see, buddy.
I've never heard of a turkey trot where you do that, but I just thought this one was different. And I was like, that would be kind of fun. Like
Sure.
you're running and you're looking for something along this run.
Yeah.
I don't hate the idea of there being a task while running.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not. This is my first ever sanctioned race I've ever done. It's the most I've
Sanctioned.
ever run.
Yeah.
And it would, it's kind of boring. And
I think maybe next year you guys should do a turkey trot indoors. And like on each side of this room that you're in for this turkey trot, there's like this rimmed object.
okay.
And you each like, You have one ball. Everyone just takes a ball.
We could use a peach basket. Would that work?
That would work. That'd be a part of the peach gobbler.
Okay, great.
And then, so you're just like bouncing. You call it dribbling the ball, and then you run towards
term.
one. You run towards one rimmed object,
peach
throw
basket.
it in there, and then you're the peach gobbler. And then the other people dribble, and they're the peach gobbler.
Okay.
And we could call it gobble ball.
And that's the turkey trot.
Yeah. That sounds like a fun turkey trot to me.
That's a good idea.
When you said, when you were like, it'd be fun if you had an object to running. I was like, yeah, that's
basketball.
That's called every sport. Like, that's
Soccer,
what makes sports
basketball,
fun.
Football. Yeah, no, it wasn't like incredibly boring, but it's just compared to a sport, it's like, man, I got a lot more to go here.
Yeah, all you're doing is thinking about how much longer you have to run.
And it was interesting. Now I know, I don't want to just say, I know in this podcast where we have made fun of the idea of runner's high. I did not get a runner's high, but by mile 3, something happened to me. We're going to call it a runner's buzz. Something happened to where all of a sudden it was just like, I think I could go for a really long time.
Yeah.
And I don't ever run. I think it's just the no sugar thing. Just not drinking soda just has got to help your cardiovascular system.
Yeah, dude. When in like high school, I think I like didn't drink pop for 2 years. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
My sister bet me like, hey.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, it was the same thing. Like when we did conditioning for football, I didn't condition a ton the summer before football, but it was so much easier for me than so many other people. And I think it was because I just didn't have as much sugar in my system.
It was weird, but at the same time, it like fired me up. It was like, wow. Because like my ankle was hurting, my knee was hurting, my shoulder was even hurting from running, just from pumping. It's like, it's just not used to that motion.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a little embarrassing. But I was like, but lung wise, I felt so good. Like I truly could have ran miles and miles more.
Is that what a runner's high means? I guess I didn't know that. I thought
I don't know what a runner's high means either.
I assumed it was just like when you're done, you just feel really good. But I guess maybe that's what it is.
The Dowds have been trying to talk to me about runner's high because they've been, we talked about this in the car earlier. They've been doing this like hybrid training that involves a bunch of running.
Yeah.
And I ran like a mile the other day and I was like, can confirm there's no such thing as a runner's high.
You didn't feel good afterwards though?
I felt awful.
Because I agree. I've done like 5K, 10K stuff and it's like, there's some point where it's like, oh, all of a sudden I'm not tired.
And maybe that's what runner's high is. If that's the case, it probably needs a rebrand. Because just like feeling like not that tired probably isn't the same as being high.
What do we want to call it then?
Runner scunners.
Runner scunners.
Oh, I got the runner scunners.
Runner's chiked.
No one commented about splurky turkeys on our video. I thought splurky turkeys was so funny. It's just
I'm glad you liked it.
It's silly little thing. Runner scunners is also great.
Dude, did you see though? 81% retention on that video. So they liked it.
I didn't see that.
That is absurd. I think the next best one ever is like Sheltered Kid in Vegas has like
Seriously?
79%, but 80% unheard of.
81% even.
That means if they
less
started
heard
the
of.
video, they continued watching all the way to the end.
Like, basically like the average watch time was, let's say like the video was 3 minutes. The average view duration of a view was 2 minutes and 40 seconds. That comes out to 80%.
80, okay.
Something like
They
that.
watched 80% of the video.
Yeah, it's kind of hard because like some people watch 100% of the video. Some people probably watch half of the video.
Yeah.
And so therefore 75% would be like the average of those two.
80% is crazy because think of how many people click on that video and they realize it's not what they wanted and they click out in 10 seconds. So every person that clicks in 10 seconds,
that really hurts.
A ton of people are watching it for the whole time.
Yeah, that's really cool. Thank you.
Thank you for watching the whole thing.
Yeah, that's really fun. Sorry, I didn't say a bad word, but then we bleeped it out. We got some flack for that. So
yeah, it was funny on the Facebook group, Vandergoons, which, we did welcome constructive criticism.
Yes.
I was more thinking like, hey, like moving forward, what type of videos you guys want to see? But you can also
we really
do it.
like when Brad doesn't bleep out stuff. So
I think Rachel said it best when she said, it's funny to me that you guys are getting in trouble for bleeping a word out. Like only us people will be like, hey, I don't know how we feel about them censoring themselves.
I did understand it. Goons, I understood it.
I think that's hilarious when you guys do that.
Hey, we're not bringing it up anymore. Okay, guys.
Okay,
Scott. Our podcast,
Fine.
our freaking podcast. Okay?
Yeah, Brad didn't even say the word, by the way.
Yeah.
Brad said frick, and then we bleeped it, and now this creates problems for people with kids.
Yes, it's okay. It's okay. Anyway, but thank you for support. 81% is crazy. We're gonna film hopefully a bunch more in the next couple days.
A lot of Christmas videos.
Yeah,
coming your way.
I'm going to talk about this. We're having ghosties that are going to help us edit the videos, which is really fun.
Yes.
That's just a cool full circle thing. Like there's certain people, Andrew Thurbush being one of them, Desmond Owers, Justin,
Nathan,
our beloved
Ross.
Justin. Yes, all these awesome people who have done awesome videos for us for the Facebook group that you guys have seen and loved. We're like, hey, let's have these people edit our videos. We're filming so many videos this month. And so, yeah, just a cool, kind of gathering of the community in sorts. So
yeah, it's fun. Like they've obviously proven themselves, and now we want to compensate them, and now we can work together and try, just kind of start off on a fun note with the new brand of jean shorts and everything.
Oh yeah.
Trey was asking me today. He's like, "What are you guys going to do?" And I was kind of telling him what we had
None
planned.
of your business. You gonna say that? It's literally none of your business.
What are you guys gonna do? None ya.
No, I'm just kidding.
And I told him, he's like, "Well, that's actually really cool. That's a good idea." So that was fun, and yeah, excited for them be a part of it.
Me too. I'm really excited.
That is really cool.
Hope I don't have to fire any of them.
Why'd you say it like that?
Yeah, if you know what I mean.
I don't know. Cool.
What else do we want to talk about? Your Thanksgiving,
My Thanksgiving was
Ghostrunners
great.
trip.
Yeah, let's talk about my Thanksgiving, and then we'll talk about Ghostrunners trip, and then we can talk to Scott about whatever he wants to talk about. My Thanksgiving in Texas was great. Not a whole lot of any like crazy things going on, and I think that's what I always enjoy about going to Texas. Is it's just really, really chill. I was kind of telling you and Rachel, or like we just stay in one place. Like it just makes it a little bit easier to like just sit and not have to worry about, oh, we got to go wash the towels, or we got to go do X, Y, and Z. All these different house things.
Wash the towels.
Wait, I don't understand how these two
Wash
things.
the towels.
What do you mean by staying in
If you know what I mean.
staying in one place means you don't have to wash the towels?
Sorry, different thing. Staying in one place meaning like we're not in the hustle and bustle of like if we were at home for Thanksgiving, we'd be going to my parents one day. Then we'd come home for nap time. Then we might go to my sister's that night.
And then
I
Come
wash
home
towels.
and then maybe like we'll go to the Northland to my cousin's house. And so it's a little bit more. It's
But
still
Texas
really fun.
was like, this is our
Texas. We got a hub.
Yeah.
Like I don't think Catherine left. For 4 or 5 days in a row.
wow.
Like she's just there.
We had the opposite Thanksgiving experiences.
Yeah, kind of so. And I think for whatever reason, I enjoy watching sports so much more in Texas. Like, I think it's just because there's something to watch on TV and like it's something just to kind of chill and do with my father-in-law. But I watched all the football, like every single minute of it. It was great.
Wow.
And yeah, just had a lot of fun with that. I've been trying to, so I not even trying to, I've been going to the gym every single day. My goal is 75 days in a row. And so I'm on day 46, I believe.
Wow. You've gone to the gym every day.
Yes. Except for South Dakota. I did not go in South Dakota. I just mowed down some birds instead. And
I just plowed the field instead.
Yeah, but I didn't necessarily expect to go to the gym in Texas. And so I brought some weights with me
Let's go.
just to like do something there.
Yeah.
And then I realized that for the last, 2 years of my life, I had a Planet Fitness membership. And I was like, hey, they got a Planet Fitness in Sherman, Texas. And so I learned how to like transfer my Planet Fitness membership to Sherman, Texas, and went there. And I realized this week that I am a little bit of a gym snob because Planet Fitness.
There's a lot of stigma around Planet
So
Fitness.
yeah, and there is, and I obviously know that, and I'm like Planet Fitness whole thing is like we're cheap. There's no judgment. They have no judgment things everywhere on there, and I think that's great. I think that, honestly, their equipment's not that terrible. Like
you will see people doing weird things on said equipment.
Did you see
at
the
Planet
lunk
Fitness.
alarm?
Lunk alarm,
Lunk
yeah.
alarm.
Yeah. I didn't see anybody have it go off on them, but yeah, like if you're like, too loud or like you can't have sleeveless shirts or like there's just certain funny.
You can't?
I thought I maybe like cut off sleeveless shirts, something like that.
No nips.
Nips
Nips
completely
in,
in.
not nips out.
And there were like strong, like, jack dudes there. So it's not like if you go there, you can't be fit or whatever. They also give out pizza, like once a month, which I think sounds awesome. I was waiting for that day.
Yeah, when I had a Planet Fitness membership, I went big on. They have a bowl of Tootsie Rolls out front.
Oh yes,
I
they
would
did.
go to town on those.
Yes.
Pretty counterproductive.
Tootsie Rolls of all the candies to distribute.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the only one they have. Yeah,
Tootsie
I don't know.
Rolls.
Anyway, all that to say, the only thing I really didn't realize that I was getting so lucky at the gym that I go to, Lifetime, is that they don't provide you with towels or locks on the lockers. And those things to me, I guess I thought were just like normal things. And so literally the first day I get done with my workout, I like go to take a shower. I'm almost ready to take a shower and I'm like walking into the shower area and I realized there's no towels. And I got real close to like taking a shower before I realized this.
man.
Luckily I did it. Can you imagine though?
That
Like
would've
what would
been
you have done?
Use
That'd
air
have been
dry.
better than
I
the
have
sauna
like the option would
experience.
have been my sweaty clothes to wipe off with, or
Yeah.
my clothes that I'm changing into.
Or you just walk over to like the paper towel dispenser.
Dum, 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 dum.
Dude, that just reminded me. I had to do that one time in Branson. I've done that before with paper towels.
Dry
I
your
forgot
body
about
off?
that. Yeah, I dried my body off with paper towels.
With Planet
The
Fitness.
brown paper towels too. No, it was an RV park.
Oh,
I like
that's
to picture
rough.
you just like fashioning a loincloth out of paper towels to walk around the
What's
locker
up,
room.
boys? You guys come here often?
You guys ever seen the lunk alarm go
No
off?
judgment zone. No judgment zone. All right. No judgment zone. I will say we talked. Oh, we had that with that Thanksgiving video. You were like, Brad, I don't think you know how Gen Z people talk. And yes, guilty. I definitely don't. But like, cause I was definitely doing like the like party boy.
What's
kinda-
up? It's Trill.
Dude? I think it's because of the gym. The only Gen Z people I ever see are at the gym, and that's exactly how they act. These three guys.
Is
were
it how
hanging
they
out-
talk though?
Yes, dude.
Tell me how they talk.
Oh, let me think of what they said. I don't remember. They were saying like, "Oh, bro," and like they were like lifting up their shoulder, like, oh, "Dude, look at that." I don't remember exactly.
They were
how-
showing their abs off to each other.
and taking pictures of each other, and it was
Dang, that's hot.
really odd. That was honestly like
Odd.
I don't.
I said odd too.
Yes,
That's what I said.
I don't
Oh.
judge. No judgment zone. No judgment zone.
In Jesus.
But
What?
In Jesus. So the chosen.
And Jesus.
In Jesus' name. No judgment.
I don't judge, but I did get like, and I never think this way. But I was worried that my stuff was going to get stolen by these guys. Like,
By some of the bros.
yeah, these bros were like, I was like, they just seem like hooligans just hanging out in this locker room at Planet Fitness, taking pictures. And I'm like, whatever.
You hooligans.
So I watched them like come out of the locker room, and then I went back in the locker room to make sure all my stuff was still there. I've never been that kind of guy. But anyway, and then I went to take a shower, and they didn't have any body wash. I did like one of the other days I did bring a towel. They didn't have any body wash. Only shampoo and conditioner. If it were you, would you go shampoo or conditioner?
For the body?
Shampoo.
I just shampoo, I guess.
Yeah, I shampooed.
Poo all the way.
Yeah. So anyway, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah. But yeah, it's something. Planet Fitness.
That's
But I'm
awesome.
just keeping my membership because I'm going back in Christmas time.
I think Planet
So-
Fitness has a lot of people in your boat that are like, I didn't even remember I had that membership because it's $10 a month and you're like,
And
not
it's
really
like
notice it.
notoriously hard to cancel it,
Yeah.
and so you have to like be in person to cancel it. So I've got to
Brilliant
make
business
sure.
model, by
Yes,
the way.
100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
they do great. So anyway, I'm not saying anything bad about like their machines. Honestly, were pretty
Mhm.
similar to anything Lifetime has.
Mhm.
There's purple.
They don't have
But-
any like free like squat racks though, like free weights. They
Yeah,
have
they-
dumbbells,
yeah, they do.
I think, but
They have squat
they have
racks.
squat racks.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I thought they didn't have squat racks.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't know if they were like completely free or if it was like one of those that has like a track on it or whatever.
Like a Smith machine.
Sure.
Yeah, that's a Smith machine.
Yeah.
Real quick before I go any further, like I was about to say, in Jesus, this episode is sponsored by The Chosen again.
Yeah, it is, baby.
In the Angel Studios app. Last time we talked to you guys, we were telling you that the season 3 of The Chosen is in the theaters, in the big picture, the silver screen.
The silver screen.
Any other euphemisms for the movies?
The
pictures.
The pictures, if you know
The
what I mean.
pictures.
Yeah.
And now you can watch The Chosen season 3 for free. It's always free.
No way.
In the Angel Studios app. So if you guys like apps, which I think you do,
Yeah.
go check it out. I mean, if you've watched The Chosen, you know how good it is. If you are looking for something to watch that is going to have an outstanding message and is not cheesy, then you should check out The Chosen. I made an Instagram story about it, and I kind of mocked Facing the Giants. I feel like a lot of people really resonate with that. Like, look up, Tommy. You're in the end zone.
Yeah.
People love that because there is, there can still be great kind of Christian media out there that can be a little cringy at times, but this is very high quality, very well done.
Well, but Jake, what exactly is The Chosen?
So, well, I'll tell you. The way you said that. It's the first ever multi-season show about Jesus, completely free to watch.
Is it supported by fans or not?
Yeah, it's
It is?
supported by fans.
And there's like probably 6 seasons,
Well, there's 3 right now.
but it's about to be 7.
Yeah. Episodes have been watched over 400 million times. Number 1 highest crowdfunded entertainment project of all time. Yeah, it's completely crowdfunded by the people. 19 different 19,000 different people have donated over $10 million. No, they haven't.
Whoa! Dang, they got some rich people up in here.
So they can afford they can afford the actual Jesus.
Prosperity gospel.
He actually convinced him to come back down.
It's probably not been like if you don't speak English.
I don't like these questions because I don't know where you're at in the document. All right, I don't know.
It's translated. Wait, I'll just be really shocked by these facts, and you just be like, "Yeah, Brad, that's true." Wait a second. It's translated into 50 languages and counting.
That's right, Brad.
Whoa! Whoa! It consistently ranks in the top 50 entertainment apps on iOS and Android?
Yep, that's true.
Whoa! It's a number 5 search show across the Roku platform in 2021.
I'm checking here. Yes, that is true.
Whoa! It's not only available on iOS, but it's also available on Android, Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, and more.
Brad, you're absolutely right.
Oh! Wait a second. Did Christmas with the Chosen: The Messengers debut at number 1 in the U.S. box office in 2021?
Yes, that is amazingly accurate.
That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool, man.
So check it out on the app, wherever you get your apps, the Chosen Angel Studios app. Go check it out. Stream it for free. Get the whole family around.
Look up Angel Studios. You're in the App Store.
With that said, if anyone else would like a high energy ad read from Jake and Brad, let us know.
Or if you know
do you get
anybody.
a better ad read than that? I don't think so.
I'm just saying they work. I mean, people talk about the ads.
Yeah, they do work. People ask for Chike merch.
That's the most entertained I've been during an ad.
Thank you.
Another part of my Thanksgiving was, so the Iowa part was, super, super busy, doing stuff constantly. Turkey trot, we did a golf simulator. Another day we went to a golf course. It's a family tradition. Rachel's family just looks for golf balls all day. Took the dog out there. It was a blast. No snakes.
That would be silly.
No snakes. Had a lot of fun. After Thanksgiving, drove back down to Stratford. Had some good times there. Then went down to Branson.
Oh, yeah.
Went and visited Josh Mayer Golf and his wife Maggie.
They live there, or
no? They were visiting. When I first met them, he was like, "Yeah, my brother's in like the Jesus Sight and Sound Theater play. I'm going down to Branson around Thanksgiving." I was like, "Dude,
is that like the only thing that you can see Jesus in, like an only play like these days, or would you say there's another one maybe?"
I mean, you could see someone playing Jesus, but you're gonna have to go all the way to Branson to do that. If you want to really see someone play Jesus, you could do it right from where you're sitting right now.
But you probably have to pay a bunch of money for it, right?
That's the thing. It cost $10 million. No, it's free. Other people paid $10 million, but you get to watch it for free.
Oh, okay. If you have an iPhone only, right?
That's the thing. It's on Roku and Android and others.
That's amazing.
Anyway, got to see Josh and Maggie, which is fun. I love telling people I'm going to do something like that, and then they're like, "Oh, you're actually coming." I'm like, yeah. There's a few that I didn't do. Never visited Garrett Gibson in the Virgin Islands. Said I was going to do that. Sorry, Garrett.
That's okay.
But I get most of them. Anyway, I want to tell you a little bit about our time because I wanted to take him to a classic Branson spot. I took him to Mel's Hard Luck Diner. It's where I love taking people who've never been to Branson.
Never been.
Your waiters and waitresses carry around wireless mics and they sing to you while you're eating.
What do they have, like a specific era that they're like emulating?
It's all over. Sometimes it's Christmas. It could be Disney. It could be an 80s song. And sometimes
2000s hip hop.
If you get lucky, it's an original.
Oh,
because the whole time it's just loud for 4 minutes. You're like, what was that? And everyone's like, that was an original. If you'd like a copy, we do sell DVDs and CDs at the gift shop. And they do.
There's a gift shop at the restaurant.
You have to check out through the gift shop. Smart. Sales funnel.
Smart. Cracker Barrel invented that.
So one thing, it is very, very loud in there. It was hard. It was probably my favorite part. Not my favorite part of Thanksgiving. One of my favorite parts of Thanksgiving was just talking to Josh and Maggie. The loudest environment ever. And I noticed, in addition to how loud it is, they have like a decibel reading that's public for everyone to see how loud it is in there. I mean, it felt like I was at Arrowhead Stadium. You know, it was like, all right, it's third down. Come on, let's see how loud we get.
They're like encouraging you to be loud?
No.
Okay.
Because I was very curious about this. I was like, why are they showing us how loud it is in here? And then Maggie had the thought, she's like, my grandpa has hearing aids and I know he can't get over a certain decibel thing.
Yeah,
so it's probably they have so many old customers that the old people have to monitor that. Like, hey, if it gets above 105,
Yeah,
my
turn it
ear
down.
is gonna explode.
Yeah.
Jerry's like, I gotta leave.
Ow!
Get me out of here.
I think they would just turn off their headphones.
Just take them out.
Hearing aids, yeah.
But I think if you did have hearing aids, from what I know about hearing aids, I think it'd be miserable to be in there because it is just so much volume. It is so loud.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
But that was kind of fun. Another thing, they advertise their restrooms once you're already in the store. Occasionally, you might see some on the interstate that's like, exit 64, Conoco,
Yes.
restrooms cleaned hourly.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, if I need to stop me, I'll go there. I've never seen someone advertise their restrooms cleanliness once you're already in the store. It's like, well, I'm
Like
going
where?
to use them. So kind of just like where you would turn to go to the restrooms, there's a sign that says clean restrooms to the right, or like super clean restrooms, something like that. They really
Okay.
hype up the restrooms. Like you can't miss the sign when you go in. And so I go into the restroom and I saw someone who was probably named Ernie, very old guy, probably has hearing aids.
Yeah.
And he's like, son, can you help me?
Hey.
Which
what
is never fun to be asked.
Can you? I need some help.
And I very quickly was like, yes, of course. But in my head,
Oh,
I'm
you-
like,
you were.
what is this going to
Oh,
be?
boy.
Ernie's asking for help in the bathroom. I was
If you
like,
know what I mean.
and I
If you
think the
know
word
what I
like
mean.
trousers are going to be involved. He's going to
Yeah.
use an old fashioned term,
Yeah.
britches.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
I can't get my britches down.
His suspenders. Suspenders.
Suspenders are cut.
My suspenders are caught on the flusher.
My wife's always bagging about doing this.
I would bag to my wife about it, but she can't hear because she took out her hearing aids. Decibel meters off the charts today.
So he's like, son, can you help me? And I was like, yeah, of course. He's like, I'm still looking for the clean restrooms. And I wanted to give him the Rachel Goop. But no, I just laughed and I was like, oh, yeah, it's not too clean in here, is it? It was great. Love
I
being
think that's
in
a pretty
Branson.
good joke.
I
Actually.
know.
That's a
I'm
good
still
joke,
looking for the
yeah.
clean restrooms.
Like especially if he sold it, like Scott would have been believing. Like,
I mean, yeah, I'm sure they have some around here somewhere. I know there's a Christmas store next door.
wait, do they have like more than one restroom? Like one of them is the clean one and one's the not clean one? Like Scott would be like, oh man, I thought Jake.
so instead of male and female, it's like clean, dirty.
Yeah,
Which one
yeah.
are we in right now?
You wouldn't know.
There's a urinal. That was fun. And then also got to talk at a certain point in the conversation. Kind of the girls started talking about, girl stuff, the hair color, nails, and shopping.
Yeah.
Good purses.
Yeah, maybe
Nancy Pelosi.
girl stuff.
Girl
The
stuff.
Kardashians.
Condoleezza.
Yeah, just a bunch of Sonia Sotomayor. Like just a bunch of like female politicians.
Just talking Greg Clinton.
You know, Hillary.
I will do that character to Rachel sometime about just like thinking girls only talk about primarily female products. And
Okay.
or like when she'll come in the room and me and Tim are talking and I'm like, actually we were having guy talk. So Tim, what grill are you using again? Just like hyper masculine. Anyway, Josh and I got talking only about YouTube. We talked about YouTube for an hour. It
Yeah.
was awesome. I needed that. I love that conversation.
Sorry, go ahead.
Or,
Well, I had the thought you sent me like thoughts from that
Yes,
conversation,
yeah,
and I
yeah,
had
yeah.
the thought of like what was Rachel and Josh?
Oh yeah.
Like what were they doing this whole time? They were just sitting there listening to you guys.
They were
like that's so sweet of them.
They were a part of it for probably like 10 minutes and they at least acted interested, but
Yeah.
then they just kind of like started having their own conversation.
Yeah, that naturally happens all the time.
Yeah, it's
like
like,
that,
okay, this is
that's
fun.
usually like me and my dad have a conversation, and Catherine and my mom,
Mhm.
whatever. So
But I thought we'd have a little YouTube quiz for you guys that
Perfect.
I forgot to write down. But Scott gets to answer first because he's definitely not going to know it. And then Brad, you get to
okay,
answer.
okay.
So there's only going to be a few, I think, just off the dome, and they're probably going to mainly be acronyms.
Can't wait
We'll
to
start.
shock the world.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll see who sends that landslide gif after this is over. Scott, which I love in this setup when Scott's in the closet. I
I
cannot
can't
see
see
him.
him. I
There
see
is a-
Jake's mouth.
There is a light
really?
right here, and yeah, Scott and I can't see each other. I see
Scott's
his cross.
smiling.
I see his cross.
It's like the reverse of that guy in Home Improvement where you only see his eyeballs.
We'll see.
Yeah, let me get down here. All right, now I can see Scott. All right, Scott and Brad.
Yeah.
What does the acronym CPM stand for, and what does it mean? I can't sit like this. That's when Michael's testing out the chair.
It means cost per thousand, and it's like how
the
much
M
money.
stands for thousand.
yes,
Okay, cost per thousand.
it's like how much money you
CPM.
get paid per thousand views.
Okay,
So does
Brad.
does
what
it thousand start with an M?
M is a common letter for thousand. That's how like in bags, You pay for bags in the thousands, and it's /M.
I think M is the Roman numeral for 1,000.
100% it is.
Brad.
Oh, 100% it is. 100% it is.
Brad, what is your answer?
It's also the Roman numeral for the 1,000.
You want to start the sentence over?
Prefix milli or mil.
Good.
Cost per mil, like millimeter.
A milli.
And it does mean what Scott says it means.
It does mean what Scott says it means. I don't know if it's Roman. It might be Latin, but it is a Roman numeral M.
Cost per 1,000.
Cost per 1,000.
Good.
Okay.
I will
Nailed
give
it.
both points. An
Nailed it.
undisclosed amount of points. You both
Okay.
get points.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm having to crouch so low till I get some eye contact with Scott. All right. Next acronym. Scott, what does CTR mean?
Choose the right.
LDS.
Hillary. You know.
It is a conservative.
CTR. That means
Choose the right.
conversion rate. That means
The T in conversion is silent.
yes. Conversion rate. How many people subscribe after watching one of your videos?
That's wrong.
I know.
Brad, do you know what CTR means?
Of course I do. I'm a freaking professional YouTuber. It's click-through rate.
Oh, dang it. I should have known that. I should have known that. I have a thriving YouTube channel.
Yeah. I was doing my best Hector Salamanca click-through rate.
And what is the what are the numbers involved with click through?
Okay, so I believe click-through rate means that, I'm not exactly sure, but I think it's like the percentage of people who then click on another video from after watching your video or something like that.
Incorrect. Amount of impressions, amount of people who saw your title and thumbnail
Oh,
versus amount of people who clicked it.
okay.
So like
kind of the opposite of what I said. Like somebody else might watch another video and then click yours.
correct. Yeah, it might get suggested to them or they've
Okay.
seen the subscription feed, homepage, whatever.
Gotcha.
Last one, wrap this up. AVP. Scott, what does it stand for? What does it mean?
It's not assistant vice president.
America's funniest
The old
videos.
assistant to the vice president.
Assistant to the vice president. AVP.
AVP.
Assisted video performance. Average video performance.
Average video performance.
Yes.
Okay, and what does it mean?
It means out of your last 10 videos, how is this one doing compared to those?
Very good guesses. Incorrect.
Dang.
A is average though, right?
I don't know. What's your answer?
I don't know. I average. I don't know. Yeah, I think it might be that would have been my guess too.
Yeah, very good guess. It's actually what we were talking about earlier. Spoiled the answer. You guys already got the study guide. Average view percentage. It's like every
okay.
family over Thanksgiving, 81%.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Cool.
okay.
Maybe it's the same as like the duration. What
Yeah, like average view duration would be AVD. So that's like, okay, average view duration is 3.5 minutes.
what about retention rate? Is that AVP?
Retention is the same as AVP.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right.
You
Just
got
wanted to educate everyone.
Thank you.
That's
As we're all YouTubers here.
Yeah,
Yes.
Of course.
More and more each day. Gene
a-
towards comedy.
It's a forum.
Love talking to Josh about all that. We also
Yeah.
went to a magic show with them, which was awesome. And there was a part of me, which is, it's kind of dying off now, but for about 24 hours, I was trying to figure out how I could get a magic trick into my comedy set. I was like, how fun would that be?
Well-
You just don't see a magic trick coming out of anywhere.
Dude, one of the guys that I hunted with in South Dakota was a magician.
And he
And-
doesn't reveal his secrets.
Did I tell you that?
Mhm.
Did we already talk about it on the podcast?
Yeah.
We did?
I think we talked about it off the podcast because
Oh,
I
was it
remember
off the
talking
podcast?
about this.
Maybe
It was just with you, but I remember talking about this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe I told you guys at Oklahoma Joe's. Or
Yeah,
whatever,
maybe
but
it was.
yeah, I was like, there was this crazy, I was talking about this magician in San Diego, and I was like, this crazy thing, like, I gotta know how he did it. He's like, oh, I swore, I took an oath, like, I can't tell you. And
Cannot
I was like,
go there.
seriously? I'm not gonna tell anybody on my podcast this week. So anyway, but he said like a lot of magicians end up becoming comedians because so many magicians put comedy in their act already.
Yeah, because all you do, you just buy a trick. You buy the illusion and you learn how to do it. And then you
Yeah.
got to make it entertaining.
Yeah. And so I think the comedy would be like the easier thing for them. And so they're like, just get rid of the magic. Let's just do the comedy thing. And so, yeah, he said a lot of, because I think most comedians have to be funny, right?
Most comedians have to be funny.
You've
been watching Seinfeld, haven't you? You're learning.
Most magicians have to be funny.
You're ready for Des Moines.
Yeah, right.
When is that show?
Next weekend.
Oh, hello. Cool.
Week from tomorrow.
Des Moines.
Yep. So, yeah.
Anyway, good times. I'm a magician now. We'll see. Come to Des Moines show. You might see a little magic trick.
Let's give them a little vacation update.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk all about it.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, we are ready to announce the trip, and you guys can now buy it. Dang it, that was bad.
No.
Can we cut? Okay, you can now buy. You can now go on the trip when it comes out on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Brad, no, you do it.
Okay, well let's talk about what the trip is first.
Yeah.
It will be available for everyone to purchase. Reservations on Wednesday. We're saying 9 a.m. Central Standard Time.
Feeding frenzy.
8 a.m. Mountain.
On our website, ghostrunners.life. Check it out there.
There should be a travel tab.
I think we'll have it on the homepage too.
Who knows what we'll do?
A quick click. Travel with us. Anyway, but what we're doing, so I think we already talked about the Belize thing and kind of how it was just like, this is going to be a mess for the value. You're not going to get any value for this thing. We're just going to charge too much. So instead, we decided we were going to just go all in on vibes. And so
I like that. All in on vibes.
All in on vibes. I mean, that's what we talked about that so many times of how can we make this so fun, so Jake and Brad, so our brand, so
a little
community
bit of
driven,
summer campy almost.
A little bit of summer camping. And Catherine even said that. She was like, you guys, we've had another idea that we've thrown around. She's like, if you want to do that, then maybe this is a good starting point, launching point for you guys to do similar things like that. Really fun, really creative. Jake and Brad things. What we're doing is we are renting a massive house in Florida, seaside area, 30A. And
how massive, Brad?
It sleeps 35.
Sleeps 35. How many could it seat though?
Oh, you'll be shocked.
If you want to sleep in a seat, it can seat like 90.
We can have a lot of, if you guys are sit sleepers and you won't bag about it, then you would be shocked how many
bagging on this trip.
No, but it's just this massive house. It's luxuriously huge and beautiful and nice. It's got a pool, hot tub, outdoor kitchen, indoor kitchen. We're going to have a private chef for the event.
Chef, all meals included.
All meals included. We're going to go on an excursion, one night to a sunset cruise.
Scourge.
We've talked about I don't know if we've actually had all these things what's the word? Completely decided. Concrete is the word. But I love the idea of us doing pros and cons list for the week. For everybody,
I see.
Having different competitions throughout the week that are just goofy. But
pros and cons list for every single person.
Wouldn't that be fun? Yeah, so funny. We're gonna have exclusive merch for everybody. We're going to do a live podcast there that anybody that wants to can sit in on, talk, give you an opportunity. We're gonna have a third microphone there for you guys to talk if you want to. We're also gonna do a Gene Shorts video there that you're gonna be in a cameo. One. Yeah, at least one. That you're going to be, you can have the opportunity to be in a cameo there. We're going to have exclusive merch. I think I already said that. Just so many different fun things.
There's also things that we don't even want to say. I think some things you're going to get that you just figure it out once you buy a ticket.
Yes, exactly. And so it's just going to be so much fun. I'm trying to think of, I think logistically, I'm just trying to answer as many questions as I can here because people are going to ask a lot. One of the things I think that Jake and I talked about vibe wise is some people are going to want to chill. Some people are going to want to do a lot of stuff. And I think this is a great mold of both those things. If you want to just sleep in and lay by the pool and just eat really great food and just relax for, this week.
There's probably gonna be a set of people that do that every day.
That's definitely where Catherine's going to err on the side of that.
Yeah.
But then again, if you want to go out and do excursions and, this place is such a fun, quaint, cute little area that
we haven't said the location yet, have we?
Yes, seaside. Yeah,
maybe we did.
I think I did. Florida,
seaside, Florida,
Pensacola area. Yeah, and it's got cute coffee shops. It's got cute shopping, whatever. All these fun things that you can get out. We have a golf cart.
Oh, yeah, golf courses that we could go to. I will probably be doing stuff constantly. So if that's your travel vibe, hop in with me. Yes. We could play pickleball every morning. We can go golf.
Yes,
all these things are optional.
Yes. Oh, we're gonna have so much. It's Florida, they got to have like 15 pickleball courts around every corner, you know?
Pickleball and sunscreen.
Oh man, it's going to be so much fun. I mean, obviously the beach is right there. We got pool. Anyway, it's just going to be a blast and we're so fun. We're so fun. We're so excited about this opportunity and to meet you guys and to spend this time with you guys. So then logistically, just real quick, the different room assignments and room options that we have are, we do have some couples rooms, like, so if you and your friend or you and your spouse want to have a private room with a king size bed and a bathroom, we do have a select few of those. And then we also have multiple different bunk rooms, and there's different options for that. You can either have your own bunk room, or you can sign up with a friend and you guys can have a queen size bunk bed, mattress to yourself on the bunk room. And so, yeah, there's just, things like that. I'm sure there's more questions and more thoughts that we have. Do you think of anything else like specifically?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully the buffer between now and Wednesday, use that time to ask us questions in the Facebook group and everything. But yeah, I'd say the main thing, if you were like, yeah, I definitely want to go, I want to save a little bit of money, find a same-sex friend who wants to go, and you guys can bunk up together, share a queen size bed.
You know, I ran all this, so much of this has been like through Catherine and Rachel. We've been like collaborating with them and like, hey, how would you feel about this as a girl? You know, like we want to make sure. And so the bunk rooms are going to be completely, gender neutral, or
there'll be a male bunk room, a female bunk room.
I think they're on different floors even. Like we're going to work hard to make it as safe and as fun and comfortable. God.
Yikes! As uncomfortable as possible.
He tells me to long day. Oh. Anyway, it's just going to be great, and we're really, really excited. And I'm just pumped to have that time just to make memories. I think we're going to make so many hilariously fun, awesome memories around, the Florida coast with you guys. So check it out on our website, ghostrunners.life. We're really excited about it. We also,
if you're wondering about the date, is that where you're going?
Yes.
It's in the description.
Okay.
It's Brad and I think we've got it finalized, but between the recording of this and the posting of this, we'll finalize it. It's going to be late April.
Late April. Yep.
Late
April.
What else was I gonna say?
So, start saving your money,
I
guess.
And is there details on how, like, can you put a deposit down? Do we figure that out yet?
Not entirely. Okay. I think there's ways to finance it through our website, but we've only ever sold t-shirts and hoodies. So it's a lot.
Yeah, exactly. I'll say this. If you're struggling with like figuring out like how much money, like if you need to put a deposit down, holler at us. Obviously the people that are going to be able to pay up front completely are going to have first dibs. But if you send us a message, we'll try to make it work, with the deposit, and then you can pay us the rest later or something like that.
Do you know off the top of your head, if each one of these beds gets filled up, how many spots are there?
I believe it's 29 or 30.
Is it really?
Yeah. So
sweet.
It's going to be zoppity.
So all of us, 30 of us in one house, private chef.
Yeah.
Rachel and Catherine.
It's a huge house. Like it's not going to feel like you're on top of each other. Like there's going to be plenty of room for everybody there's tons of different living areas, huge rooftop deck.
Oh.
That is going to be vibes central, dude. It's going to be so fun.
Karaoke.
And then the outdoor kitchen. I mean, like, yeah, we can have people there. They're going to be making.
It's a pretty decent sized yard too.
Huge yard.
How close is it to the water?
Real close.
I know. Yeah. Like the aerial view on Airbnb or VRBO, whatever, you could see the ocean.
Steps. It says steps.
Steps from the
and
ocean.
we have steps by the ocean. We have
I
a golf
also
cart.
am steps away from the ocean right now, just several thousand steps.
Okay, Scott.
So
Scott's not coming.
Stone's throw. Step at a stone's throw away from the ocean.
There you go, stone's throw.
That will be the first competition we have, is who can get the closest to the ocean with the stone.
One step and one stone.
Find your own stone.
Could Brad push P from the rooftop deck to the ocean?
Ooh, yeah. You can be anywhere on the property. Maybe you want to be up high. Yeah, that's fun. Anyway,
last thing we'll say, because I know, 95% of the people listening to this are not probably entertaining the idea of coming. So, but the price you see on the website, the way you book is by buying a room. Hopefully it's not confusing, but what you're buying is your room. So that's your ticket to come, and travel is not included, just so you know. You are booking everything once you get to Florida.
Correct. Yeah. And honestly, I'm really excited about the Florida thing, because it makes it to where if you can't afford the flight, but you really want to come, then you can drive. And
I know people will come from New Hampshire to see us.
Oregon boys have come, so yeah, make it happen, make it work. So
make it happen.
Really excited for you guys to experience it with us. So yeah,
cool. That is the Ghostrunners Getaway,
Okay.
Volume 1. Volume 1.
Volume 1, baby. Yeah, it's going to be so much fun. And you can be like, hey, I went to the first one.
I went to the first one.
So
Yeah, you know Ghostrunners hotels, the ones that are super popular or whatever. I was at like their first iteration of that business.
that'd be awesome.
You remember the company that bought out Marriott? I went to the first
They
one.
call it Scary Yacht now because it's Ghostrunners theme. Oh, man.
Good one, Brad.
So,
Scott, hit us with a story from your week.
Oh, guys, I got some good stuff. I was excited to record. I got some good stuff.
go ahead.
Are you going to talk about it? Or
Yeah.
are you going
I've been
to?
waiting to.
You going to bag about it or are you going to talk?
Been waiting to say these words for a long time on this podcast.
You were hyping this up so much, dude. I just got to say.
This is not it, but that's coming next.
Okay, stop
Bigger than
introducing
that.
things.
I got recognized
Oh!
Oh, there we go.
How
Okay.
about that, boys?
How about it?
So we had a nice Thanksgiving dinner with our family, and we went to.
It was one of my family members.
and we
My
spent
sister.
my dad. We spent the rest of our weekend in St. Louis at a pickleball tournament. Sam and I.
Okay.
And first day, Friday, I was just getting my shoes on, kneeling down by my bag, and I hear a voice from behind my right shoulder says, "Excuse me, are you Scott?" I turn around and I'm like, "Is this a Peck family pickleball fam?" Turn around and I see two ghosties. They say,
yeah.
"Hey, we're Jordan and Haley. We are huge ghosties." And I was
No
like,
way.
I freaked out. I was like, "No way!" I like popped up immediately, gave them both a hug, and I was like, "This is so exciting."
Shoes on or off at this point?
Shoes were on.
Yeah. Locked and loaded.
So yeah, popped up, talked to them. I just was like, "Guys, I just want you to know this is the first time this has ever happened."
That is awesome.
You guys are the ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jordan and Haley.
They looked so familiar in that picture. Did they say, have they come to stuff? Have I met them?
I don't
No?
remember if they've come to anything.
Okay.
Another funny thing, Jordan and I are friends on the Grint, that golf app that
so
we use.
random.
Yeah, I put two and two together. I was like, that's where I've seen your name.
Wait, why are you friends with him on there?
He just added me as a friend.
Oh, so you're like, I don't know who this guy is, but sure.
Yeah, I just knew he was a ghosty. I think he sent me a message when he added me.
Okay. Wow,
But
that's
then
random.
I realized I was like, oh, that's the Jordan that I'm friends with on the Grint.
That's
but
so
yeah.
random.
So yeah, I got recognized this week. It was a lot of fun. We took a picture together, and it was that was one of the highlights of the week.
That is pretty wild because, as you know, we don't like to film you.
No.
We don't like people
Yeah.
knowing what you look like.
Barely
your,
seen.
Your image and likeness being out there. And so
Right.
that is impressive that someone got to him.
I haven't
That is
signed
really
an NIL
impressive.
deal yet. Let's
Yeah.
just say that. But yeah,
Big
that was
fans.
one fun.
Did you
highlight
feel
of
like
the
it was
weekend.
like, I'm not trying to like rain on your parade, but like kind of like half recognition since it was a St. Louis person?
I knew that you were going to say that.
He actually specifically told me to tell you to stop the St. Louis slander. Yeah, I can't remember exactly what he said, but he's like, yeah, tell Brad to stop the St. Louis crap.
Never.
I was like, I don't know if he's ever going to do that. But
You should have. You're from Kansas City too. You should have said something.
yeah, I just don't hate St. Louis as much as you do. I guess.
I don't know if I really hate it as much as I do either. I just like making fun of it. So
Okay, the other thing that I was teasing is Friday night we went out to a hibachi restaurant.
Oh, that was another thing I did in Iowa. I love hibachi.
You've been
I was known
have
for their hibachi, right?
you-
Farm fresh.
Yeah.
It's all local. Yeah, well, sorry, you can go first, but I'm big on the hibachi right now.
Dude, let's go.
I'm going on a double date with Rachel with Rachel. How about that? With Caitlin and Braden on Monday.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Can't wait to hibachi.
I am a big hibachi fan as well, and I feel like every time you go, it's a kind of the same experience. It's a good experience, but it's always the same. Like you have like the same kind of chef. They do the same kind of tricks.
Egg
they say
roll.
the same, egg roll.
Broken
Let's-
English.
Let's
and-
make
yeah.
a volcano, and it's Hawaii, and
Yeah.
firework. Yeah, so it's like all the same stuff, and you
What
eat.
was that? George of the Jungle over there.
That was the noises they make. I'm hungry.
So yeah, we sit down and our chef comes out. First different thing about this trip is it's a white guy that looks like Vanilla Ice.
I've talked about this on the podcast before, or like a potential stand-up bit. Like you go to Hibachi Grill and his name is Kevin. You're like,
Yeah.
do you have anyone different?
Yeah. So first thought, and not trying to be like racist or anything, but I was like, is this guy gonna make as good a food as the normal chefs?
Yeah,
would?
no, this is reverse racism. This
Yes.
is good.
Yes. I'm like, I don't know what to expect here. So anyways, he gets in front of our table. He starts doing kind of the same tricks, some of the same things, but then
Illusions.
he starts like bringing in all new stuff. Like he starts making like
stuff.
reverse racism jokes. He's like, when I filled out my application, I put Caucasian, all they saw was Asian, and they hired me. And I was like, so he starts making all
He's
these
doing
like
anti-Asian jokes, or maybe pro-Asian jokes.
I don't know.
Asian jokes.
Anyways, but he was doing all sorts of
This
stuff.
racist guy was in what city?
Missouri.
Okay.
St. Louis.
St. Louis. Okay,
Yeah.
This racist guy.
So then
Just
like
frame it that way.
this lady walks in, this lady walks over to us and she's talking to him. She's like, "What you want to drink, baby?" And he's like, "You know what I want."
This does sound very St.
Corona."
Louis. I will say that.
Yeah. So she
Corona?
brings him back a Corona with lime and he just chugs the thing like while we're right in front of us. Yeah.
You went to like a discount hibachi place.
Dude, I don't know. Anyways, that was
Hibachi
weird.
General.
And then the next thing, you know how sometimes they'll do that joke where they have one of those squeeze bottles and they'll squeeze it at you and it really is just like a
Oh,
string.
yeah. Classic.
So I thought that's what he's doing with this, but this time he's like, he tells one of the people we're with, or no, it was somebody from a different party, to open up their mouth. And so then he starts squeezing this like clear liquid into their mouth. And I think it's just water. And he's like kind of trying to show off his skills of how steady his hand is, you know? So he's just streaming this clear liquid in this guy's mouth. And then I think he was just gonna do it to that guy. But then he goes to the guy next to him, who's in our party, does it to him. Next guy does it to him. Next guy does it to him. Then he comes to me and I'm like, "Oh no, thank you." Cause I'm just assuming I don't really want to get water all over me. Like, you know, whatever.
I can sip water from my drink right
yeah.
here.
Like I don't need to
the fire
participate
hose.
in this.
Yeah.
So then the guy next to me swallows the drink and he goes, "That was straight alcohol." And I was like, so a lot of you know, I'm a member of the LDS church. We don't drink alcohol.
LDS actually stands for long distance stream. They can't take any kind of streams like that.
So while he's going down the line, I'm like, okay, do I try to do this and catch some water in my mouth? Because I'm like, surely, I mean,
He would have announced.
thought didn't even cross my mind that this was like vodka based on like, I know vodka's clear, but like it was a lot of stuff he's squirting these people's mouths. Like
Scott's
vodka's
like, that vinegar is funny taste.
yeah. And so I was like kind of I was like, do I want to drink this water? And I was like, for a split second, I was about to do it.
Well, it's funny that you even said no to water. You know?
Yeah, really. You of all people, like I
Yeah.
think you would just be like, yeah, let's do it.
But then when my buddy next to me was like, yeah, that was straight like vodka, I was like, wow. I was like, that would have been a heck of a way to end the streak of literally not having a sip of alcohol my entire life.
And then,
So then Sam starts joking with me. She's like, dude, you would have been drunk immediately.
that would be funny. Yeah. That comes up in conversation. Scott, you ever had a sip? Not one time.
I've
college. No, I was 32.
It's the classic story, you know. St. Louis hibachi with the white guy with Mark.
Trevor had a few Coronas. He starts squirting vodka in everyone's mouth.
I haven't had a sip. I've had a big gulp though.
Had a stream.
Dude, it was hilarious. I was like, I can't believe I was that close to just like,
Wow.
yeah. It was really, really funny.
It is funny when you've gone your whole life to avoid it, and that could just be snapped by someone just like basically forcing their bottle on you.
Yeah.
That's how it happens, man.
Like,
Slippery slope.
literally did not announce that was alcohol. Just started squirting in people's mouths. And I was like, okay.
Be careful on Monday night then.
So the guy that didn't ask you for consent before he gave you alcohol was
in St. Louis.
St. Louis. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just
I
making
will
sure.
say, food was delicious. He did a great job cooking. He said that was the only job he's ever had, which I think is kind of fun too. Like
Well,
he's,
this
I don't
guy.
know if that's fun.
he was just turning 32. He said, well, yeah, he's like, this is my only job I've ever had. It's been doing it for 6 years. And I'm like, where were you at the beginning of your
Freaking turkey
working
trot
life?
over here is like, dude, I think I believe him. He's like, that was my
I
only
started
job.
my
He just-
hibachi at the Missouri State Penitentiary.
Yeah, he just took unemployment until he was 26 and then just started cooking.
Oh man.
Oh wow, that's
But-
great.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. Last thing I'll share is I don't know if you guys have been watching any of the World Cup recently.
Oh, Brad and I can't.
Ooh,
try
if it's not pickleball, it's World Cup. My
yeah,
brother.
try to pull us away from the TV.
Yeah. You guys haven't watched any of it? You're just-
Mbappe,
Mbappe, there you go.
Mbappe, and Zinedine Zidane,
He doesn't play
Mia
anymore.
Hamm.
You say World Cup, I say who's drinking it.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
I mean, I can't get enough of this stuff. I say pour it down my gullet.
That's Pele. That's Pele.
That's Pele Ronaldo
Ronaldo and
Ronaldinho.
Ronaldinho
They're big.
and Diego Maradona
Okay, you guys are really
There
good.
is Abraham
and Pulisic.
Ibrahimovic.
Abraham Ibrahimovic.
What is his name? Do I
think
have
it's
it?
Zlatan.
Oh,
Zlatan. Don't mess with the Zlatan.
Yeah. Anywho, Clearly, you guys have not been watching the World
does
Cup.
any-
Mbappe, dude. Tunisia, France today.
Paul Sick was in the
Did you watch
hospital. Tunisia, France today.
I got my haircut and it was on.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
Tunisia is putting together a team, huh?
they're doing pretty
They're
well.
building a team at
Their
the World
forwards
Cup.
are good, but their defense just is rough.
Most of my World Cup knowledge is going to come from GeoGuessr. In Tunisia, very small country, surface area wise.
Sure.
I'm impressed they could put together such a good soccer team.
That is kind of wild. I don't
Because
think. I
they
don't know
didn't
if
have
they've
much room to
ever.
play.
Yeah, it was a lot of sand.
They're like, where's
Honestly,
the field?
No, honestly though, all my GeoGuessers out there, you guys know.
You know.
You know what Tunisia looks like. It's either Tunisia or like Jerusalem, or not Jerusalem, Israel, or occasionally Jordan. Very sandy.
Okay.
Not a lot of grass. If you got grass, you're in Tunis, the capital.
Oh, Tunis.
Tunis is the capital of Tunisia.
It's got to be, right?
Sure.
I don't know of any other cities in Tunis easier than Tunis. So go ahead. World Cup.
Canned Tunis.
Mbappe.
Tunis is the capital and largest city of Tunisia.
There you
Lionel
go.
Messi.
There you go. Thanks. Thank you guys for
Tell
just
me I don't know
naming all the
anything.
soccer players.
So
you could
Tim
think of.
Howard.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Matt Beasler.
Okay. Scott, what do you have to say?
Brad's gonna. As soon as I start talking, he's gonna say like 3 more. So I'm just gonna. Are you
Graham
done?
Zusi. Okay. That's it.
So I've been watching a lot of the World Cup. I've been trying to introduce Palmer to the World Cup.
Oh, Empalme.
Ballet.
Yeah.
But proud father moment. So anytime a goal was scored, I was just going above and beyond like Mexican radio announcer. Goal! And then just holding that for literally as long as my breath could do it. And so Palmer stayed with my mother-in-law while we were gone all weekend. And she said that Palmer just at random points throughout the day was just going, goal! And it was just a very proud father moment for me.
I love it. Yeah. That's what Bo this weekend, my father-in-law graduated from Texas Tech. And so just randomly he'll just go, Wreck-em Tech. And I'm like, come on, man. We say Rock Chalk Jayhawk.
The father-in-law would say Wreckham?
Oh, no, then Bo would say it.
Oh, Bo would. Oh, okay.
Bo would just walk around, Wreck-em Tech. And then after like a while, he would go, oops, I just said Wreck-em Tech after he said it.
That's funny at least.
Oops, I just said Wreck-em Tech. So good job training your daughter to like soccer, Scott. It's awesome.
I just have a quick story. It's not even mine. It came from my sister, but she sent me a voice memo telling me a story. She's like, I just feel like this is something that happens to you. And I was like, that is pretty amazing that happened. She got something from Best Buy and did Best Buy pickup. It's like a printer or something.
Okay.
And she said, in Best Buy curbside pickup, you actually have to select which door they're going to put it in. She's like, I've never seen that before, but she chose like the shotgun, like passenger side, front door. She pulls up to Best Buy. The guy's standing there. She rolls down the window and the guy goes, what? And so she tells him like her order or whatever. He goes and gets it. And then he was like, I can't put it on that door and like in that window or whatever. And Caitlin was like, why? And he's like, well, I have to stay on the curb. It's curbside service.
What?
I know,
Oh,
right?
really? So she's not in a parking space. She's on the curb.
I guess she is pulled up in where they say curbside delivery. And this guy who takes his job as seriously as possible claims he cannot leave the curb because it's curbside, which is amazing. I love that.
So what did she do?
So then she had to like take the printer through the window, just like right there.
Oh, because she was like, driver's side is on the curb.
Yeah, I guess they were like right next to each other. He would have had to get
okay.
off the curb and walk around. And he refused to because it was curbside service. He can't get off the curb.
And so this box, like a printer box, is pretty
It
big.
has to fill the entire like size. I think that's what she said she got. But yeah, just kind of funny. Just quick
Can
story.
you imagine like they buy like a washer dryer? Well,
can't leave the curb.
Can't get it in the truck bed. I'm just gonna like Olympic powerlift this thing
Can
up
we,
in there.
yeah, get some sort of trampoline system involved. Lower it down from the top.
It's a 70-inch TV, but you go in the trunk, and I can't really reach the trunk very easily. So can we just go through the back window?
Like, there's no way that's their actual policy, but it's just fascinating that someone like held true to the curbside. So,
well, I have heard like at Target, you always say like if you want it in the trunk.
Oh,
or
interesting.
whatever. Target has it down. If you're dude, Target knows what they're doing.
Very smooth process.
Yeah, it's the best one by far. But never heard of the nope, can't get off the curb.
Yeah.
That's something else.
just kind of funny. It was a fun voice memo to get.
Huh. That's great.
I want to give a quick shout out to everyone posting their Spotify Wrapped.
Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, it's just awesome to see how many minutes people are listening to us and how proud they are to post about us. I always think that's amazing. I don't take that lightly. You put on your Instagram story, us. I don't care if it's a Gene Schwartz video, your Spotify Wrapped, whatever. I think that's awesome.
It's
Thank you.
really, really fun. Yeah, to see. I actually screenshotted just a few. And I'm sure we're going to get a ton more because this is the first day that it kind of came out, right?
Right.
But just a few quick comments from people. I don't know what I would have done without you guys this year. Y'all got me through a tough pregnancy, tough delivery. And
nice
now
we were
y'all
there.
are getting me through motherhood.
We were there
Curbside
during
delivery,
the
you
delivery.
think?
Well, she said,
Curbside delivery.
Yeah.
You were there for me when I was
I'm
at
not
Best Buy.
allowed. Yeah, I'm not allowed to reach through. Yeah, I can only reach through the driver's window. So, well, Caitlin, you have your leg all the way up still, so that's great for you.
Yeah. What if you're a delivering doctor? You know, I was like, I can't go past the canal. Sorry. As far as I go.
Somebody, what an amazing and hilarious blessing y'all have been. I can't wait to see what you do next. Let's see some other ones. Spotify Wrapped just came out, and I found out that I listened to 44,623 minutes of the Ghostrunners podcast.
Holy cow.
Thanks for giving me a laugh literally every day this past year.
44,000 seems like a lot.
Ghostrunners podcast kept me the most entertained this year. Love Jake and Brad and everything they're building. Best podcast ever. Southwest black bean soup yields 4 to 6. Oh wait, sorry, that's everything. So anyway, there were just a few of them, but it was just really fun to see.
How many hours is that?
I meant to before I got on here. Scott, maybe you can do it. Maybe it's too crazy, but I was going to add up how many hours if you just listened to our episode once. How many minutes that would have been? Because I guarantee you, 44,000 minutes. They're listening to more than just our new stuff, right?
That is 733 hours.
Which is how many days?
How many days?
I'm just curious.
Wow. Hold on.
5 by 24. While Scott's doing that, this all reminded me of something in the book that we are both reading.
30 and a half
I forgot
days.
it. I meant to bring it with me to Texas.
30,
I forgot.
30 and a half days, basically a month straight.
So like close to 10% of their year.
Was spent with us on in the background.
That's pretty wild. And the crazy thing is, I think
Sounds
I saw
like me
somebody
and
else say
Martin Garrix.
56,000. Yeah.
You saw someone with who?
56, I think.
56. Yeah, Scott, do you want to share your little Spotify Wrapped fun fact?
Yeah.
Guys, you'll never believe this.
I looked at my Spotify Wrapped and realized I was in the top 0.1% of Martin Garrix listeners.
Yikes.
I was like that with services last year. I was 0.05%, I think.
Jeez.
I was so proud of it.
Those 1%ers, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
I DM'd Surfaces last week to see if they wanted to play at my wedding.
That's fun.
I DM'd Forrest just because I knew we had mutual friends. and
I
everything.
DM'd him one time and
Dude, that
asked
would be
if he- if
legendary.
He was building a house. I was like, "Do you want some furniture for this house?" I'm a
Right.
huge fan. Didn't hear back.
Yeah.
He's probably too busy making bops.
Bob.
Mbappe.
But Courtney Crenshaw,
Yeah.
do your thing. I don't know if you still listen.
Luke Crenshaw, do your thing.
Luke Crenshaw, one of
Tell
you
your wife to do
Crenshaws.
your thing. Yeah.
See if they want to play at our wedding. It's actually going to be so expensive. Probably shouldn't. But
I'll pay for it.
Brad will pay for half.
Nope. All.
Thank
I'll
you.
go fund me.
Big gift.
Yeah.
Crowdfunded, like The Chosen. I was going to say, I learned in the book that we are both supposed to be reading, Brad.
I'll get there. I promise. I
Okay.
listened to a Daryl Eves interview.
I have been consuming so much content like that.
Love it.
Anyway, one of the things I learned in the book, which is unrelated to what the book is, and we're talking the concept of time. I'm going to remember this for the rest of my life. It's hard to imagine how much a billion is compared to a million,
Dude.
right? You know, it's just like, oh, that's another big number. Like when someone's a billionaire, like, yeah, they're rich. There's nothing close to a millionaire. This is how you could picture it for the rest of your life.
The rice.
A million seconds is about 12 days.
Okay.
A billion seconds is 31 years.
That's wild.
Isn't that awesome?
That's
That's
wild.
the difference in a million and a billion.
Wow.
That's
That-
insane.
Yeah, that still doesn't. It's still hard to comprehend. It just shows you that it's crazy different.
It's way easier to digest that than like they're a billionaire
Yeah.
versus a millionaire, though.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's what was crazy when I went to minor league pickleball. I hung out with a billionaire. Like, that is insane to think about.
Wonder what a billionaire Spotify Wrapped looks like. Who are billionaires listening to?
Probably Jay-Z.
You think they have time?
Yeah.
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 Good for them. Yeah, probably Jay-Z. I don't know. I
Hove.
think what?
Hove.
Cheer. I think they listen to Ghostrunners and Correct Opinions and do less God bless if they get through those already. So,
Do you have anything else
That's
before
pretty
s'mores? Do you want me to say something while you look?
I have too many notes. I need to like clean them up.
You should have a note. You should have a note called podcast, and it's all the things you want to talk about on the podcast.
Of course.
I know.
I'm sorry.
That's
Whatever.
a great idea, Jake.
I have all the jingles written down. I have all the s'mores ideas written. Anyway. Not really. I'll just tease everybody. Ready for this tease? I have a great new business idea, and I don't have the capacity to fulfill it, but I would love to help somebody start it. So if you are somebody young, maybe a senior in college this year, and you're looking to maybe start a business next year.
What's the industry?
It's a service industry of sorts.
I want in.
Good. Jake and I have a great business idea for you.
90% of all businesses are service based.
Oh, and this one is the best of the best. Honestly, it is a great idea for a business. I'm sure there's versions of it out there right now.
I feel teased.
My interest is very peaked.
You're peaked?
Yeah, I want to start a business.
Okay, then we'll talk after this.
Okay.
DM me though. I seriously think it's a really good idea. I can't do it myself. We have too many other things going on.
I know. Because I have my thing, which Scott would love even more than your thing, that I want to start.
Which thing?
You know.
Oh, the thing.
Yeah.
I don't know this thing.
Scott would like it more than anyone. But I just don't have
the
time.
Trucks? Remember the trucks?
What's the trucks one?
I'm
nervous.
Acai bowls.
No. That's not the thing. Did I say on the podcast we got to go visit her in Oklahoma City? And she now has like 17 locations.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
I was going to be the second one.
Yeah.
I should have done it. Comedy.
Yeah, you're doing just fine.
Anyway, I feel teased. Good tease.
I feel teased by both of you. I want to hear both of your ideas.
It kind of just naturally, organically came about this weekend with my father-in-law, and my father-in-law is a big businessman, and he was very excited about it. So
okay, this is too much. We need to end the episode right now.
That is fun.
Also, I just wrote down antsy to work. I think that's a really fun thing that Jake and I both have been feeling. Is antsy to work.
All Thanksgiving, we knew we had this YouTube channel that is now ours.
Yes.
But we got to spend time with other people the whole week instead of being apart from each other. Brad and I have never texted more in our lives than this past week. Like, there's been so much to do. There's been a ton of work for this Ghostrunners trip in Florida, getting that all ready, getting the website ready, doing all that. And then on top of, these videos don't just happen. You got to write videos, you got to plan videos, you got to talk to each one of these editors, you got to have these conversations.
And
tax, legal.
Oh, that's the fun stuff right there.
Yeah.
So
it has been a lot.
But I am antsy. I'm antsy.
Antsy to work.
It's so fun because I said that to Jake and you were like, dude, that's exactly how I feel. So I think we're making shirts. Antsy to work.
Antsy to work.
Hashtag antsy to work. Gene Shores Comedy.
Speaking of business real quick, and then we can get into s'mores. You guys have probably seen on my Instagram story from this past weekend. Scott, don't even know if you know about this.
Turkey trot?
But alongside a Ghostrunners listener, this has been in the works for like a year now, basically. I have an Airbnb treehouse.
Yes.
That is mine. It is finally out. It has been, it comes from a ghosty Miranda. She listens to Correct Opinions as well. She's the sweetest. She came to a show in Fayetteville with her husband, and they have been hard at work, literally building a treehouse with their bare hands.
It's probably like super rustic and not very nice on the inside, not super cozy though.
Oh,
right?
it is the belle of the ball.
You got to like design it too. Like,
yeah, I got to help out. Yeah, I was definitely like a part of it. But Rachel and I are, at the time you're listening to this, we were just there. At the time of recording this, we're about to go there this weekend and see it, stay there for the first time, yada, yada. It'll be really awesome. But yeah, it's now available for booking. So if you want a cute little getaway in Arkansas, holler at me. And I'll send you the Airbnb link. Maybe even give a little discount code for Ghosties.
Oh, that's fun.
Because this all came together because like a year ago, I think I mentioned something about looking for like an investment opportunity or passive income. And Miranda hit me up, and she actually hit me up in October. And I was like, the comedy tour is starting, and I just bought a house, and I just met this girl named Rachel, but hit me up in a couple months. And she did. And it's been a long time coming. But yeah, excited now. It's Airbnb, Treehouse. It's out there.
Heck yeah.
That's
Shout out
cool.
to the Spragues.
Yes.
Awesome. That's great. All right.
Great.
Okay, so s'mores last week.
I don't know anything
didn't
we
really
talk
happen.
about.
Who won?
I can't believe
who
bad I
doubled
lost.
Brad's percentage?
Honestly, can we point a little bit of the blame? Put a little bit of blame on Jake real quick of like maybe if Jake had better picks, then Scott wouldn't have gotten so many.
You can
Philosophize that however you want.
I will be willing to take as much or as little blame as you want. I think I texted you guys today. I said, I need to get back on track.
Yeah.
I need to get to the free throw line early.
Yeah.
I need to see one go down.
We had a
need
lot
to
of
see one go
fun sports comparisons.
I need to, the football teams.
Yeah, I called Scott the Jaguars, like
Because he's only going to win once every
he
2
wins
months.
every 2 months.
Every 2
But
months.
really gets excited when he does. And Jake was the Patriots. Hasn't been super successful recently, but has a proven track record.
History of winning, just not right now. So yeah, need to get to the free throw line tonight.
Brad's the Chiefs.
Need to trust my fastball.
Very rare when he loses.
All right, so this week's category is how do we call it, Scott? What's it called?
Acceptable reasons for a grown man to cry.
Okay, I was gonna say times when it's acceptable for a grown man to cry, but either way,
Great,
Madison, choose how you want.
Okay, order. We're gonna get Jake to the free throw line early.
Hey, thank you.
I'm gonna go second, and we're gonna see how Bradley does pulling up the rear.
Always pulled up a good rear, Scott.
Call him the caboose in middle
You
school.
know what I mean?
All right, go ahead, Jake.
All right, number one acceptable reason for a man to cry is going to be on his wedding day. Doy.
On his wedding
Boy.
day. Just the whole day. Do you get the whole day?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yeah, on his wedding day.
On his wedding day.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll agree with that. I had written down when your wife walks down the aisle. I
Yeah.
lost
Oh,
it.
a little specific.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
Brad cried.
Oh, I cried so hard
Mm-hmm.
because we didn't do a first look. Do you know about this?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I don't know.
filmed like 20 weddings.
Oh, okay.
Jake, do you know what a first look is?
Okay.
Unless it's like something in sheet music. You ever seen a first look? Talk to your OBGYN about it.
No. I'm not going there, guys.
I love the idea of a man thinking that he needs an OBGYN. Maybe I'll put that in something someday.
Where do I go for my OBGYN?
And how often should my appointments be apart?
Anyway, we didn't do a first look, so I saw her walking down the aisle. It's the first thing it was amazing. It was like euphoric. So I highly recommend
Runner's
doing
high. You got a standards high.
that. I got just a husband high.
Husband high.
Yeah, highly recommend no first look.
I know. I think I do want that. But you know what I also want is everyone to have a good time and for there to not be an hour and a half long cocktail hour because we have to go take a bunch of pictures.
Yeah, that's fair,
I want it to be a very efficient day where everyone has fun the whole time.
dude. But don't put that in front of that.
It's hard. I love people and I want
Well,
them
of
to
course you
have a
do.
good time.
And people have fun at the cocktail hours.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Had a blast.
Ooh, I hire a magician to kind of entertain everyone.
There you go.
That's
Bingo.
good.
That's what you were saying.
That's what I was getting to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
Good. Thank you.
good answer. On his wedding day,
Yeah. On his wedding day. Scott.
do you feel like you're just gonna cry like the whole day?
Yeah, maybe. Cried like 5 times the day I proposed. See what the
Yeah.
wedding has for me.
Wow, I've seen you cry once in my life. Do you remember when it was?
It was when Scott thought a turkey trot was when he had to find a turkey.
I've seen you cry out of not laughter once in my life.
Probably when I had to say bye to all the kids at
Correct,
K-Life.
yeah.
Yeah, that night was
That was
terrible.
so sweet. Yeah,
It was very sad.
that was great.
Thanks.
I enjoyed it.
Touching. Very
I thought you did a good job of getting in touch with your emotions.
Thanks.
Go ahead, Scott.
Okay. My first draft pick is the birth of your child.
Cool.
This shows how dumb I am. I didn't even write that down.
Well, I mean, you didn't think about that.
Yeah.
That's
Not
why
much-
Scott let you pick first. I guarantee you.
Yeah. Not much to elaborate on that. I just feel like that's a moment that it's pretty dang acceptable for a man to cry when you hold your baby for the first time.
How'd you cry? What kind of cry are we talking? Do you
I
remember?
actually don't think I cried.
Really? Okay.
Scott,
All right. So it's just me and Jake.
why would you admit that? Why would I mean, it's one thing for me to say wedding day, even though I haven't had a wedding. Okay, technically I haven't cried.
The question was acceptable reasons for a man to cry, not when have you cried.
Why would you admit that?
Hey, you can talk.
0.1% Martin Garrix listener.
You can talk to Sam. I'm notorious for I do not cry.
I think I've heard you talk
ever.
about that.
Dude, you used
Yeah,
to cry
I
all
just-
the time as a kid.
You got it all out.
and maybe I've grown out of that. I don't cry. Maybe she says it's because I don't have a heart. Maybe that's why.
Oh my gosh, that's not true. You are one of the most emotional people I know.
You have a heart.
you just are very positive.
Yeah, no, I just don't cry, but I would say that is a very acceptable reason for a man to. I think honestly, I was just happy and in disbelief at what I just witnessed,
Yeah.
the miracle of childbirth, and then just holding a child. I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. I was too stunned to cry almost.
Oh, I mean, the process, watching your wife go through so much labor, like literally, like, and like seeing her like succeed, you know, like seeing it come out and
cross
like
the finish
you
line.
did it. Like, I'm so proud of you. Like, I was like crying for her sake of like, I'm so proud of how amazing
that
you
would
are.
be awesome.
And then also like, I love this thing that I've never seen until 2 seconds ago. I mean, it's just like magical. Like
I'm feeling a little bit right now.
Yeah?
I'm picturing
Dude,
myself there.
dude, it's
Holy
like,
cow.
it's just a culmination of so many
Holy
things.
cow.
And then it's like, I have this responsibility and it's this wonderful, you're going to love it, dude.
I already love it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Thank you. Good
Is
pick,
it kind
Scott.
of like spanking your kid where it's like they are crying and they're in pain, but you know you love them? It's like you see
I'm trying. Tell me more about your parallels here.
just like there are tears involved, but it's not out of pain without love.
Oh, I guess like you're talking about like your wife being the.
She will be like crying and in
kid?
pain, but it's because she's doing this thing. Let me find a different one.
Yeah.
Is it like when
Is it like you
Is
own
it
a
like-
gas station?
I got this. All right.
And-
It's like when you open a jar of pickles,
Yes. Dill.
but you don't actually quite open the jar up and you say, "Can you get it?" And then they open it up all the way and you're like, "Well, I did some of it."
Yeah. That's it.
Is it like that?
I think so. I totally get the analogy. Fun fact: my dad.
Is it like
Okay, go ahead.
No, you
My dad loved the pickle trick. He would be like, "Oh, Brad, I don't think I can get this." Oh. And now I can't wait to do it with Hattie. I think Hattie's genuinely too weak to still like be able to barely turn it.
you would get it like pretty much all the
Yeah.
way open.
So anyway,
That's a
and
good
then I
one.
always be like, "Dad." Same another one that my dad does that I have started doing. Maybe you do something similar. After they brush their teeth, I pretend like I'm blinded by the teeth. Like, oh no.
They're too bright. They're too bright.
And then I've added my own wrinkle. I put sunglasses on. I just go, oh, I got my glasses on. But they can take it back off. So Bo runs up to me and takes off the glasses. No.
I'm going to try that one. I'm
Yeah.
going to put that one into play.
It's a great motivator for them to
like
brush
it.
their teeth.
Yep.
Dude, I was talking to Will Severance and because I was making fun of his suit at the wedding because it was a black suit basically. And I was like, dude, this is not even navy. Not only is he the wrong shade, this is a black suit. He's like, no, this is my Frank suit. I was like, what does your Frank suit mean? He was like, every night that we have bath time at home, I become a character
No way.
named Frank.
He puts on a suit.
He puts on just like the jacket. There's no shirt underneath, just the blazer. And he's like Frank the bath guy. And he comes in and he says bath time character. It sounds awesome. Because he said there's all these running bits. Like every time he's holding a new object
Oh yeah.
and that object somehow like it falls and finds its way into the tub. And part of it is every time he will like lose his balance and actually hit the lights and turn the lights off.
Oh, nice.
Frank's a really like, foolish guy.
He's clumsy.
He's
yeah.
a clumsy guy.
That's amazing.
I love that the suit he wore to a wedding has been like probably covered in bath water
Yeah,
several
really.
times.
Maybe.
Frank better be careful, man. That's amazing.
Yeah, I love that.
All right. Well, I think those were two really, really solid first picks. I'm going to go sad route and just be real with us real quick. I think an acceptable time to cry is when you lose a loved one.
Mhm.
Yep. I have that written down.
I obviously you're a terrible person if you're like, why are you crying right now?
That is a
like
very
because-
acceptable
yeah.
reason.
And I'm going to go, I guess, more fun now. And say, there's so many fun ones or so many good ones. When you watch It's a Wonderful Life, specifically, I want to go with that specific movie.
Never seen it.
I have not cried very many. I'm starting to cry more in movies because I think when you're a dad, you just feel things differently. But yeah, I watched that for the first time like 3 years ago, and I was like, I just let it go. I was like, I think I want to cry, and I cried, and it was.
I'm gonna let it go. I'm
Yeah.
gonna open up the governor here.
Yeah, exactly. Turn off the governor.
Open up the floodgates.
Yeah. So it's a wonderful. I mean, it's just, yeah, it's a great movie. So
Never seen it.
I recommend it.
Yeah.
It holds up over time. So those are my two picks.
Okay. My next pick is When You Laugh So Hard You Cry.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
did it earlier. Pretty acceptable, I would say.
I think I mean, you guys know I love laughing. It doesn't always make me cry, but I know there's been several times since I've been joining you guys where I have cried laughing.
Right.
Yeah, and I just think that's pretty fun when something makes you laugh that hard.
I mean, yeah, of course it's acceptable. Yeah, I guess that's the s'mores is when it's acceptable. So
I cried laughing earlier. I felt accepted by you guys when I was doing it.
Yeah. I don't feel like that's like the only thing I'll say is I don't feel like that's like a controversial pick. Like it's like,
No.
but then again, it doesn't have to be.
I don't think crying when your kid is born is controversial.
Yeah, you're right. That's the whole point of this sports is when it's acceptable. So you're right. I know.
I know.
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. My next one is going to be plucking a nose hair.
Oh.
That'll get the eyes watering.
That'll force tears out of your eyes.
Yeah, you can't help it.
Yeah.
Anything like that. I mean, even sometimes like I know this isn't technically what I said, but like I've had like a zit underneath this, like, what do you even call this? The thing that, the separator between the nostrils.
The nostrum.
Yes.
Nostrum.
Yeah, nostrum.
Nostradamus.
Mm-hmm.
I've had like a little pimple right there, and you try to get in and you start squeezing, and the tears start flowing.
Dude, I call this area right here, like if you have a zit right there, I call it a no-win zit because there is no way.
It's a lose-lose.
Yes,
you
there's
have a
no
term
way.
for this? Like, dude, thanks for saying it. Like, yeah.
Tell me the last time you popped a zit like above your upper lip that didn't result in like a bloody mess, super painful, and like a scar for like, or a scab for like 4 days.
Yeah, anywhere directly under the nose. I mean, even now it just feels like sensitive. Yeah, it can really bring the tears out. Very acceptable time for a man to cry.
Very acceptable. What about if you pluck your nose hair on your wedding day?
While your wife is walking down the aisle.
Yeah.
I mean,
she looks
I did a first look and a first pluck. It's worth it.
Pluck.
So plucking a nose hair. My other one is going to be your dog dying.
Yep.
Dog passing away.
I wrote that one as well, but I didn't want to do losing a loved one and losing a pet.
Like two like negative ones.
It's like, all right, bro. Like, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, doesn't matter how many times they get out of the electric fence and get hit by a car on the highway. When your dad says, hey, it happened again.
Yeah.
You're going to cry.
It happened again.
We shouldn't have named it Lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have named it Chevy. Turns out it's not as funny when this happens.
No. Yeah. There's no, I think I'll be a dad and I'll be a 50-year-old dad. And when my dog dies, I'll still cry. You know what I mean?
Dog.
Like, that's my dog.
Yeah.
My dog.
Scott,
have you ever cried
a dog in a
at
way?
losing a dog?
No.
Okay.
No,
You probably
only really
picked
had one
pick it, though.
dog. It was Roxy. And she had to get put down.
Mm-hmm.
But I was already pretty grown at that point.
What about Topper?
Did not cry when he left the house. He also didn't
You popped
die.
some champagne. You did not drink it.
Yeah, we were popping bottles in the Peck house when Topper left.
All right, go ahead, Scott.
Okay, number 3 pick is when you achieve something you have worked extremely hard for.
That's too vague. Give me a
I will tell you
ruling.
that.
Is that too vague?
that was so different than any of my answers that I'll let that through. I don't know. Do you have something similar?
I would
No,
say
I
something in your career. I'll tell you this. First time I win a 5-0 pickleball tournament,
No.
I might cry.
No, you won't.
Not
I
at your
might,
daughter's
dude.
birth, but at the 5-0 pickleball?
My daughter's birth, I was feeling different things.
What does that mean?
I think
If you know what I mean.
if you put hours and hours and hours into something and then you finally achieve whatever goal you'd set out to achieve,
Like maybe 9 months or so of something.
and all that work pays off, I feel like that could be a time to cry. Think about like an actor, that like Matthew McConaughey wins his first Oscar after several years. I'm pretty sure he cried during that acceptance speech.
I could see, if you have to give a speech about it, I could see myself crying. But I feel like anything you
Well,
work
and you
toward-
do at a 5-0 pickleball thing, right? No?
Like if I have to,
I thought
if I have to address people and really like talk about the culmination of it, yes, maybe then I would. But just to achieve it in that moment, it's so gradual. Yeah, if you have to work at something for a long time, it's gonna take you years. And you just, like, for instance, like the comedy special, that was a big night for me, but it had taken so long to get there that it wasn't like just, oh, boom, all of a sudden I'm doing comedy. I don't know.
Yeah, did you cry after the first night of the tour?
Did you
or
ever
anything?
cry happy tears like before you're like, oh my gosh, I'm doing a stand-up comedy show right now?
I don't even think it crossed my mind. There's different types of emotions, but hey, we don't have to be the same dudes.
No. I don't accept it. It's not acceptable to cry at that time. I'm just kidding.
Man, I hope it's filmed when Scott cries after winning a 5-0 pickleball
Oh
tournament.
my gosh. we would die. We would die crying.
It's like Michael Jordan crying, like holding the trophy, and his dad's there
Because his dad just died. Like,
I got my paddle and I'm just cradling it, crying.
Cradle cry.
that's awesome. When I win my first 5-0 tournament. Not even like when I win the APA championship or something.
PPA.
Sorry.
You know what this is right now? This is the Jaguars after they won.
Yes.
Just getting beat by 45.
No way. My pick was not a 5-0 pickleball tournament. It was achieving something monumental. This is Trevor Lawrence throwing 4 picks.
Okay.
That was a good pick. I don't care what you guys
We'll see what the voters think.
Achieve something monumental. That is the pick.
Oh, achieve something monumental.
Yes. What did you write down?
Not achieving something that you worked hard for?
That's the same thing.
You love getting nitpicky. Don't look at me for approval. I don't care.
Come on, Jake. Something monumental.
Oh, it's monumental. Okay.
Oh, that was okay. My next pick is going to be, I'm going to go the Jesus Juke route and just say when you are experiencing, a great moment of worship.
Yeah, that was going to be one of my picks.
Not what I thought you were going to say after the first part of that sentence.
What did you think I was going to say? When you're saved?
I have my answer.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to say, just when you connect just spiritually with the Lord, and you just are like, man, it's unexplainable joy and comfort, and yeah, it's just wonderfully. Yeah, I have cried many times at church.
When Rachel and I went down to Oklahoma City and we had those acai bowls. No, I'm just kidding. We went to church and we worked so hard to make this. We went to church and it was
a monumental moment.
It was baptism Sunday at the church. And it was a
dude.
church we don't even go to. We've never even been before.
Yeah.
But it was,
yes.
Amazing. And just
Yes.
watching the jubilance and the people, the parents, the kids.
Oh, man.
The music was so good. The way they did it was perfect. And
Sure.
like Rachel, Grant's wife, Lauren, like they were in tears. I was feeling emotional. And I was like,
Yeah.
I don't even know these people.
Oh, but
I know where they're going.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's, we could share that together.
Absolutely. And I think it's just so encouraging when, especially children, but anybody proclaims their faith
Yeah.
publicly. It's just such a, great time. So
But Brad's answer was worship. It's different.
experience a great moment of worship to the Lord. I'm going to be specific here. We're not.
It's like a Michael Scott newspaper headline.
When you achieve something you work hard for, is literally the exact same amount of words. So
Is it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
This is our childhood, Jake.
Okay. Okay. And then my last one, I'm gonna say it's acceptable to cry anytime that you see your parents crying.
Oh.
I just, especially my dad, because he doesn't cry very often. But yeah, anytime my mom wells up with emotion and she's really proud of me, then I get like emotional towards her too. I'm like, oh gosh, here I go. I can't do that. So when you see your parents cry, I think it's acceptable to cry back.
Yeah.
Like, hey, cry at me, I'll cry back. And maybe it's more of just, I'm saying when you see your parents cry, but I think maybe it's more just universally acceptable most of the time. If somebody else is expressing emotions towards you and they're crying,
It's hard not to reciprocate
Yeah.
that a little bit. Let me ask you this. When was the first time when you were looking at your dad after he had won a 5-0 pickleball tournament?
gosh, he's won so many.
You probably don't cry after the first one, so
No,
that's why
yeah.
I just I said the first one.
That's going to be an all-time Scott line.
I was like, I need specifics. You're like, okay, I'll give you one.
no
problem. Pickleball tournament, buddy. How's that?
Trying to think of something I've been working really hard for. Okay.
All right, those are my picks. Scott, your last one.
Okay. My last pick is when you are listening to music that either is nostalgic or reminds you of somebody that you might have lost, or something that music that just, or maybe like spiritual music.
So you're thinking that my headline was terrible, but you're going.
You
I was trying to write this down when you're listening to music.
You can just write songs, music. I don't know. Whatever you want
I'm
to do to
kidding.
simplify
Listening to a song that connects.
it.
Yeah,
Listening
I don't
to
know
a
how to make
song
sure.
that connects with you. Yes.
Okay.
Example. This is actually super random. When
Martin Garrix.
yeah.
When the beat drops.
It was such an incredible experience.
And it went boom, 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 boom. There's something about it.
That beat drop was just so fire that I had to bring water out of my eyes.
Go ahead, Scott.
You, me, Isaac, and Luke were playing. I was at Stone Canyon, I think.
For my birthday?
I think it was. I was driving there and I got on this train of like spiritual music, and it was like songs that my mom used to listen to with me. Dude.
And Scott's mom passed away 3 years ago.
My mom passed away 4 years ago tomorrow, actually.
Wow.
And dude, the whole 45-minute drive, I was just bawling. It was It was intense.
Would have never known.
Had to compose myself and play some golf.
Wow.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right.
Who would have thought?
Have fun picking against Scott there.
What kind of music is it?
It was spiritual music.
MTC.
Morbid Tabernacle Choir.
It
wasn't Motab. It was an
Motab.
It wasn't Motab. It was actually Motown. My mom was a big Soul Train.
It wasn't Motab C. It was it was another LDS musical artist that my mom loved and listened to, and yeah.
Gotcha.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember your mom and I would listen to Boston a lot.
Oh yeah.
That was what she.
If my mom wasn't listening to like gospel music, she was listening to classic rock.
And she would ask us, "Now, guys, what time signature is this song in?" You remember that?
Oh yeah.
And it was always 4/4.
It was always 4/4.
I don't know why she asked.
Yeah.
Is Boston More Than a Feeling?
Yep.
Yes.
Their song? Catchy song.
Great song. Fun song.
Who's his closing time?
Closing.
Not Boston.
Somebody from like the 90s. Boston's old school.
I just think that Boston, yeah, whatever.
You ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get the heck out of here.
Everything that's like blue collar is Boston. That'd be funny.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, it's a bar. I don't know. My last one, hard to choose. Got a lot of honorable mentions in here, but I'm going to say saying goodbye. Kind of like you talked about, like when I had to say goodbye to all the K-Life kids.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Or even just like a breakup. Oh, yeah. That's tough.
Yeah.
Especially when you're the one doing the breaking, and especially when they don't see it coming.
Oh, that is rough.
Yeah. Been there a couple times, and it is not fun at all. And I think it's a very acceptable time to show your emotions and to cry, whether it's any type of like goodbye you have to say. I mean, it could just even be like moving away from your parents, your family, a breakup, saying goodbye to a ministry you've been a part of.
Did you cry when you left camp? I don't think I did.
Yeah, maybe that last summer, because I knew it was like the last dance.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think we all had like a moment where it was like, we knew it was the last dance for like a lot of us.
Right.
Like we're all going out on this one.
Love it.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so Jake, for acceptable reasons to cry, men to cry, on his wedding day, plucking a nose hair, dog dying, saying goodbye. Now that is some good headlines. Scott,
2 words.
Your child's birth, laughing so hard that you cry, when you achieve something you work hard for, like a monumental 5-0 pickleball, listening to a song that connects with you. Okay. And then Brad says, losing a loved one, watching It's a Wonderful Life, experiencing a great moment of worship to the Lord, and when your parents cry.
Good.
It could be anyone's game.
Anyone's 5-0
Jaguars
game.
could win 2 in a row. That's all I can say.
Travis Etienne might be doing something.
Hot.
Honorable mentions? You guys got some?
I also had proposal day, but felt like it was too similar to wedding day because I cried a lot during that.
Dude, I love that you cry though. Like that just shows me like, I don't know, just you have such a passion for her. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I've had so many women reach out to me because when I posted about the engagement, one of the photos is you could see there's a tear in my eye when I'm hugging Rachel. And it's funny how much that connects with women. And they're like, I love that you're able to show some tears. And
behind the scenes, Jake just plopped
Jake just called me a woman, but
just plops an eye drop.
Yeah.
Okay, take the picture right now.
Yeah, he fixed that post. I also had dog dying in a movie, but felt like that was too similar to dog dying. Like that's also pretty acceptable.
Fair.
I would have loved if 2 of your 4 picks were that.
I got close.
Dog dying in a song. Have you heard Sparky Splattered? Dog dying in a podcast. Yeah.
I also had funeral, but I felt like that was too close to losing a loved one. But I think even you could just be at the funeral attending it, and that'd be an acceptable time to cry.
Yeah.
And then I also had salvation, but I feel like that was too close to like listening to worship.
Yeah. Okay.
So all of my options were adjacent.
Jason's?
Adjacents.
You got them all. You've been hiring out people? You've been hiring Jason? All your options were Jason's?
Mm-hmm.
Dang. Didn't know we had ringers. You got some?
I had 2. I just had like a movie or a TV show that makes you cry, like Captain Phillips made me cry.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
And then the other one I had was your favorite sports team winning a championship.
I wrote that down, but I don't know if I agree with it, to be honest. Like
That's why I didn't include it in my top 4. It's
because I don't think I cried at any of our sports teams winning the championship.
I definitely didn't cry at KU, and I don't think I cried at the Chiefs or the Royals.
I think I wanted to cry a little bit when the Chiefs won because do you remember We were in your basement.
Yeah,
And I remember all the girls came down for the very end of it. And we knew the Chiefs were going to win. You and Catherine were arm in arm. I remember Kevin and Allison specifically were arm in arm. And like 4 days before that, I had just broken up.
Oh, so you wanted to
with
cry
Kirsten. I was like, well, that could have been nice. She could have been here.
Should have kept her around for the Super Bowl at least.
Bad timing on my part.
I will say, I almost cried. You remember the year before? When
Sammy Watkins!
Yeah, whenever Sammy Watkins got a ball, a thing of beauty. We lost to the Patriots, but we intercepted the ball, and then they called D forward offsides. When we intercepted that ball, and Tony Romo was like, I think the call is going to be on offensive pass interference or something like that. I started being like, oh my gosh, we're going to go to the Super Bowl. Because the Chiefs have been so bad our whole lives. So I did get emotional for sure there. Okay, I wrote down anytime because, hey.
that didn't make it in the top 4 anytime, huh?
Anytime. I think guys need to get more in touch with their emotions. I cry 10 times more than Catherine does, I think. I'm a crier.
Good.
Catherine's not. I have a heart. Tell Sam I have a heart.
People tell me I look like a guy named John Cryer. Go on.
Oh, I see it. Yeah. You're way better looking, though.
I probably cry more.
When your first car gets towed away, you just got memories.
I would have ridiculed that pick.
These are so random. These are so hard to predict. I love it. Keep
Okay.
going.
Did you watch the Nuke get totaled away or towed away?
I don't remember. No, the Noog was my first car. Nougat. Okay. This is unpredictable, so I'll have you fill in the blank. Going to a
Mall.
I mean, Sam Goody and Cinnabon right there next to each other. And then Annie Ann's right across the hall.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Mr. Bulky.
CBD.
Oh,
Mr. Bulky, dude. Oh my God.
Remember Mr. Bulky? Like
just
£1 for $5.99 of any candy you want. Just fill up the bag. Going to a memorial, like a war memorial or something like that.
Like a vigil.
No, not like September 11th. I went to like that museum memorial. Or
something that's like honoring fallen.
Yes. Oh, they're so heavy and deep. So, and then your final.
Can I actually kind of pause right there? Does that also include the Titanic Museum in Branson?
No.
Okay, got it.
Because I don't think it's a. It's kind
Is
of
that where it
memorial.
happened?
The actual memorial is just in the Atlantic Ocean. It does not get a lot of traffic. All right, sorry. What was your last one?
And then the final. Final
exam.
Honestly, I would cry a little bit
My
maybe if I were
last test.
done with school.
My last Scantron.
Your final varsity. I put varsity football game, but your final
when you lose,
or just
Just your last
usually most
game.
of us do lose,
Yeah.
but just when you know, this is the last time I'm ever gonna play with all my friends.
Are you a grown man though? Because that was kind of.
I was 18.
I would say I could vote.
You were 18 and as a senior.
Yeah, sure was, little guy.
Sure was, Pipsqueak. That's a really good one.
Yeah,
Sure was, Pipsqueak.
sure was, little boy.
Yeah, it's
So-
a special time.
Yeah.
It's like the end of the season, but it's the end of an era. It's the last time with the
It's
jersey.
the
It's
end,
the last time in this locker room.
Scott and I grew up playing sports together. And we had a bunch of other friends that we played since first grade together. And then it's like, dude, we're never going to play sports again. You're going to KU. I'm going to K-State.
Mhm.
You're going to BYU.
Yeah.
Motab.
Motab is so great. I love any instance where someone quickly abbreviates something and you can tell it's part of their culture and you did not know that had like an abbreviation.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Absolute Motab.
Or where there's like slang for anything. Just to hear other people who work at the same company talk back and forth.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, oh, wow. The terminology is just so funny.
Right.
Some people don't even call it Motab Choir. They just call it the Tab. Tab Choir.
The tab.
I was tabbing on the way over here to golf.
Yeah.
Can you believe it?
I was tabbing and I bawled my eyes out.
I had a wet tab today. Holy cow.
I'm not trying to bag about my
I was just
golf
going to
game.
say, like, don't make fun of it. I don't want anyone bagging about me for it. But.
I am bagging, if you know what I mean. Anyway, that's fun. Okay, so vote on the Facebook group. Thank you guys so much for always getting into those. It's so fun.
We are about to lose our amount of space on the camcorder. So we're going to finish this up.
6 minutes.
I had a review all lined up because it's amazing, but I'm going to have to save it because I found another one that I feel like makes perfect sense for this episode.
Oh.
So I'm going to go ahead. To Brad, Missouri is way better than Kansas. I will admit.
What the frick?
I am biased.
That's going to be a great bleep. Please, Justin.
No, don't bleep it. Please don't bleep it.
Please bleep it.
People
That's
don't like
so
the
good.
bleeps.
What in the world? Give me
Holy cow.
what?
All right, we're running out of time. I will admit I am biased, but you are too, so don't read into that too much. Brad, not only is Missouri better to me, but deep down you know it's better. Think about it. Your favorite sports teams are in which state? Missouri. Except for Sporting KC, but let's be honest, that doesn't even count.
Graham Zusi, Matt Beasler,
Where did the greatest frozen custard shop originate?
Ibrahimovic.
Missouri. Brad, you always make fun of people in Western Missouri, but at least we have people in the western half of our state. Boom, roasted. To
Yeah,
Jake,
we just have agriculture and farmers that feed the whole world.
To Jake, why did you pick Gabe? Why? I was so excited for your very underrated office lineup, but you picked Gabe. I love that you picked Creed and Nate, but you picked Gabe. I am disappointed. In all seriousness, these guys are genuinely great people. Their humor is evident, but they show their genuine faith and love for God in every episode. As a former K-Country and K-West camper,
Let's go.
that's awesome. I love the camp stories. Thank you guys for making a podcast that brings joy every Monday and constantly setting a great example for everyone who listens. P.S. Scott needs to be on every podcast. That was from St. Louis fan. That was awesome. St. Louis fan. I've also expressed, at least privately, my remorse in picking Gabe. It was not the right choice, and I do regret it. And I don't know what got into me that day. I hadn't got to the free throw line. I was just trying to chuck up threes. And
You're shooting 30-footers.
Yeah, it's not my game. I got to get to the paint at least a couple times.
Right before we recorded to Rachel's parents, you like openly were like, I'm really sorry I picked Gabe.
Oh yeah, to Rachel's parents. Yeah, I was like, hey, by the way, I'd like to apologize for picking Gabe.
I was like, wow, he is whipped. Just kidding.
I was just gonna let the awkward.
Yeah. Okay, man, that's kind of hurtful.
Dude, I kind of am. So.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, right. Okay. Katie Coast has a genuine fun podcast. I'd recommend this podcast to anyone. I've been listening for almost a year now, but I'm also catching up between new episodes. This podcast really gets me through the long days as a stay-at-home mom. Oh, praise you. This podcast also really gets me through long days as a stay-at-home mom. Oh, praise you. I can relate to Brad on so many levels with the parenting stories.
Like, go Spotify screwing up.
My YouTube's skipping.
I can relate to Brad on so many levels with the parenting stories, and you both remind me of friends from high school, so it just makes me smile. Sorry, I'm thinking about that. Thank you again.
You guys remind me of 16-year-olds.
Yeah. I'm so grateful for all the laughs and your sincere takes on life. I found Yins through Trey and follow everything you're a part of. I'm so excited for the future of this podcast and for everything happening in your lives right now. I hope to meet you both someday since it feels like I already know you. Keep having fun and get on your feet because this podcast is spicy. Caitlin from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Pittsburgh,
Thank you,
Caitlin.
There's no way that Pittsburgh people like just naturally say Yins. I don't get it. That doesn't roll off the tongue at all. Y'all, sure.
My grandmother-in-law is the only person I've ever heard use that phrase. Yuns.
And was she Northeastern?
Yuns? She was a Yuns?
Yuns. Yeah. Like, Yuns gonna do this?
Pittsburgh Kate is saying like the Chinese currency. She's saying yen.
Yins. Y-I-N-S.
How long are yens going to be here? I could see it being used in the right sentence.
But it doesn't feel like it's easy to say.
It doesn't seem like it should be pluralized. How long are yen going to be here?
How long are you going to be here? I don't know, man.
I mean, y'all is just way better.
Y'all's. Yeah, even y'all's is fine. But
y'all's
okay.
is.
Y'all's is.
Brad, would you like to end this episode with a jingle?
Yeah. This one's coming from Malcolm Forrester, my man. And this one's for my friend Scott.
Hey, I'm excited for this.
Hey.
It's a great song.
I wish I knew.
That really shocked me there at the end. Oh, good work.
Good stuff.
Amazing stuff, Brad. Good job, writer. Who is the writer?
Malcolm Forrester,
That's right,
aka
Malcolm Forrester.
Alden Cronin. He's got a pseudonym.
Does he?
Yeah.
He's a Peck Family pickleball follower.
Who isn't these days?
Yeah, he left a great review last week. Yeah, Alden's the man. Well done, Brad.
Well done.
Good. Well done. What was I going to end with?
I like that.
Well,
Just tell them everything they need to support us in.
Yeah, there was that.
I made some Christmas ornaments.
Oh, I saw those on our website right now. Yeah, you
check
can
them
go buy
out.
Christmas ornaments.
Ghostrunners.life if you want to go see Christmas
I
ornaments.
saw those when I was doing the website. I was like, have these been up here?
I haven't posted them yet. Dude, I think I want to figure out somehow of like doing like a 12 days of Christmas and see if we can get in 12 days every single state in the United States buys a piece of merch from us.
Fun idea.
Fun idea?
Fun idea.
So yeah. But honestly, the bigger thing, Ghostrunners.life. Check it out for the vacation. We're really excited.
Wednesday at 9 a.m. Central. It goes live. Ask us as many questions between now and then. Find your friend you want to bunk up with potentially. Figure out with your spouse what you can afford. Do you want a private room? Figure it all out.
We promise we will make it worth it.
You
It
guys
will be
might
so
crash your own site. You realize that?
I had that thought. I was like, I don't know what kind of like what we're paying for here, but it won't be. I
How
mean,
much bandwidth you got?
Ghostrunners isn't that big. Hopefully, Squarespace can.
I mean,
handle it.
we're growing, but we're still like only 200,000 or so right now.
200,000 people logging onto the site at once.
Also, look how well my hoodie matches my shoes.
Dude, I noticed that. I was like,
Everyone see that?
Jake is dressed to the nines tonight.
This
to the
guy.
nines. These are the nines. I'm in my Frank suit.
Looking good, buddy.
Dang it! There was something else I was going to end with. I don't know what it is. Have just a great week.
Have a great week, guys.
That's probably what it was.
Yeah.
Excited to see you guys in Des Moines. Will that be the week this comes out?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll be.
Yeah.
We got some pickleball lined up with some ghosties
Yeah.
Saturday morning.
Yeah.
My parents, I think, are going to be there. Rachel's family's going to be there. So
My family,
your family's going to be there.
my sisters.
How far of
Fun.
a drive is Des Moines?
I think it's like 3 hours
3?
from here.
Should I come up and play pickleball?
I don't know if it'll be your kind of pickleball. Because
Whoa.
no one will be crying.
Yeah. Okay.
But great sode.
Great. So thanks, everybody. We love you. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Follow us on Ghostrunners Comedy. Ghostrunners Podcast.